Everybody here?
Yep.
Basically.
Thor?
Path is AFK, I think.
Well, I don't need.
Well-
I don't need them.
There's only 3 of us.
Oh, correct.
Thor?
Yeah. Yeah.
Okay. Welcome back, everybody, to session 34. Title of episode is Fallout. Where last we
That's
left off.
copyrighted. You can't say that.
Where last we left off. 1 second. Where last we left off, meeting fate incarnate and some defending the town. They've come to call home. Our party finds themselves captive to a siege. The presence of a god and the insult to Strahd makes for a hasty decision on the Dark Lord's part. Having seen the menagerie come and go as they please, and no longer satisfied with the constraints of his home, Strahd begins a complex and purposefully made incantation. Not with the goal of leaving Barovia, but to bring everything under its shadow. A desperate attempt made by the menagerie, generals fall, soldiers cleaved in two, reinforcements to finish the fight, and a captain's edge to bring it all back. A last-second attempt by a desperate father and an even more desperate sorcerer leads to the spell going off half-cooked. A massive magical explosion sends our party scattered far and wide to parts unknown. Streaks of red blot out the sky, and new places float in the distance. Barovia is changed, forever a land broken and smashed back together. How will our party stop the Dreadlord? How will they find each other in a land so upside down? For survival and now, it's survival and rest just to get on their feet. Let me turn that down a little bit. Give me 1 second, y'all. So, a little bit of a retcon that I had already talked about, but we'll go ahead and just get it out. Ting, Paragon, Alabaster, coming to your senses, coming to vision, coming back to you, breath filling your lungs again. You can feel your heartbeat in your throat all the way down to your feet, the adrenaline surging through you. The landscape around you has changed, not in such a little way as scorch marks or burned buildings, but it is entirely different. What immediately hits you first is the temperature. It is cold. It is very cold. The smattering of snow, the peaks and the edges that careen all around you give you a sense that you are definitely in the mountains. You're not alone. Anybody that is... For reference, if you were down, you have 1 health. If you were up, you have your current health. So, whatever various states...
God.
Whatever various states you guys find yourselves in.
So that's another retcon.
What?
You said everyone was at 1 health.
Everybody that was down.
You said everybody was at 1 health.
I didn't explain because I didn't think...
Unfortunately, I have set my health since last time at 1, and I don't remember exactly what it was.
I think we can still make this work.
It's not
regardless.
super important.
Okay.
I mean, what do you think you were at, bud? Do you remember being scared, thinking you were gonna get 1 shot?
It was... I believe Bird was about half health.
Okay, we'll go about the health.
But I don't know what that is, because didn't we have the level up thing as well?
Yes, we did. You would just restore the hit points that you gained from leveling up. On top of whatever else you had. I'm pretty sure I said everybody that was down, but maybe I didn't.
It's been a while, so...
Yeah, pretty sure I said everybody that was down, because there's no reason for me to reduce everybody else's hit points, but...
It's been a while.
Let's see.
One second. So whatever various states of health you guys find yourselves in, I know that at least two of you, or one of you, was down, right? Completely. Peregrine, you had been revived and put to full health.
I've been revived. I'm at
I was
7
down.
health
Oh, you're at
according to my
7
character
health.
sheet.
Oh, okay.
I think
you
I
were
took
down.
some damage at the
Okay.
end.
Okay.
Are we
So,
all together as a group?
Give me a
We're
perception
not.
check.
We're not separated. Okay.
Give me a perception check.
Perception. Perception. There it is. Oh God, why is this lagging so badly?
D&D Beyond, everybody.
D&D Beyond, incredibly laggy.
D&D Beyond, everybody, where you can spend 20 minutes just to make a simple ability check.
5. I will bring out. I'm gonna bring out the physical dice
5.
because this might just.
Okay.
What are we doing? Perception for
If you would like to.
being able to see.
Oh,
if we can
I'm
see if
sorry. I
each
think
other
that was a nat 1,
existing.
but I can't check the log. Can somebody do that for me?
Sure.
Because I have a +4 to perception, so that should have been a 1.
Yes, you have. That was a natural one. So,
Okay, cool.
Peregrine, you are distraught and just completely unaware of your surroundings. Ting, however, laser focused, considering he was one of the only people actually still standing with health. That makes sense. Alabaster also doing pretty good. Peregrine, you don't see much because immediately as you gain your sight and your vision begins to clear and the fuzziness, the ringing in your ears stop, the adrenaline slows just a little bit, you find your hand hanging off the side of a mountain and what appears to be a 200-300 foot drop immediately below you, which just completely ruins you are taken back by that fall. Ting, you fell quite far into a deep snow pile, but enough so that you get out of it quickly, and the actual act of getting out of it woke you up enough, allowed your eyes to adjust, that when you come to, you get a pretty quick read on your surroundings. Number one, you are miles away from where you were. Two, there is a massive, still, it's getting dimmer by the second, but there is still just a massive crackling ball of red energy towards what you assume to be the town of Kresk. It looks to encompass quite a bit of it. Maybe not all of it, but quite a bit of it. The third thing you would see are dots in the air resembling floating mountains, landscapes that bleed the air. They are scattered and distant, some closer than others, but they just look like little islands. And then the fourth thing you'd see is obviously the companions, familiar and unfamiliar to you. You see Peregrine about 45 feet from you, towards the edge of a cliff that drops off the one of the sides of Mount Baratok, in a massive fall. You see Alabaster laid against a tree, looking like he's coming to his senses, beginning to wake up and shake free his stunned. And you see almost cradled, held together, scorch marks and a rapid pattern of sigils traced up his back where his clothes have broken and been destroyed. You see Viper holding what appears to be Lexi, both of them not moving. Alabaster, you would basically see all the same things. The DC was 10.
The bird's gonna head over to Viper to see if either of them are alive, really.
Okay. How do you check? This will be determined, like, are you doing a pulse? Are you just looking at breath? Are you going to kick them?
Bird would probably be
GR
terrible
would-
at checking a pulse, actually.
Probably.
Thinking
JR,
about
would you mind letting me check? Like, scramble away from the edge and letting me check since I actually have medicinal skills.
Is Paragon up yet?
Paragon
I'm,
hasn't
like,
seen from your angle.
Okay.
Viper and them aren't
Yeah.
visible. That was my whole like your natural one.
Yeah.
You would like to get up
Paragon's
and
still like
and-
I
like
see.
I'm
the
getting
bird
up
sees
and like
Paragon
Okay.
kind
moving
of
away
getting
from
up
the
and
edge.
stumbling
you can
around.
yeah you can probably see Ting heading towards something, and then a number of seconds later you can see that it's Viper and Lexi.
The bird's just gonna try and, if necessary, flip them over, see visual inspection if they're visibly breathing or not.
So do you? Go ahead, Paragon.
Oh, okay. So Paragon sees Viper and Ting and
Lexi.
Thank you. I guess I'm gonna rush over and kind of stumble around a little bit.
Okay, while you're rushing over, Ting, do you grab Viper, Lexi, both of them? Are you trying to just separate one? Or are you grabbing both of them and trying to flip them over?
The bird's gonna try and go one at a time here.
Who do you grab first?
Bird's gonna go for Viper.
You reach and grab. I need a strength check.
Straight 10.
Viper is not incredibly heavy, but as you pull, you watch all of the inner workings of what is still working on his body lock in place and do not move. He appears to be unconscious, but he is refusing to let go of Lexi even in his unconscious state.
Well, the bird's gonna decide that makes for one, and then attempt to visually check.
I would say at this point, Paragon
Lex.
has like stumbled behind you.
Bird's gonna turn around to look at Paragon.
Being disoriented and like.
Oh yeah,
like
whatever.
Ting!
Whatever various states you guys are in as far as the one healthers, you know, whatever you say you look like, but blood, bruises, whatever's broken, whatever's not working, you guys are on death's door. I just want y'all to keep that in mind. And you're also, if you're not wearing cold clothing, or if you're not acclimated to cold weather and you're not wearing warm clothing, this is getting worse by the minute. It is freezing cold.
Yeah, what I'm gonna do first then is just want to make sure I am reading the spell right. Hold on. Yeah, I'm going to summon a healing spirit.
Okay.
That would be at 2nd level. So what you see is in this case, it's like a general forest spirit. You know, Paragon isn't focusing too much. He's not channeling his energy. It's kind of pretty transparent, like a light green. It's not his usual colors. So you'll see what looks to be a like forest druid looking transparent thing come up from the ground, and I'd like to have it heal me first.
Okay.
And then Ting. So I can have it heal a number of times equal to 1 plus my spellcasting ability modifier, which in this case is...
The bird's gonna pull out a sending stone.
Okay, which one?
The bird only has one at this point.
Okay. So you would know that those are with Viper and Alabaster, the two people next to you. He never gave it to Garrick. If that's your
so
goal.
I can have it...
Go ahead, I'm sorry, Paragon.
Sorry. I can have it heal 5 times, so I'm going to use 1 on me, so that's 4. 1 on Ting, so that's a 6.
Okay, Ting, you heal for 6. Paragon, you heal for 4.
And then I'm gonna stumble over to, I suppose, Viper first and check on him.
Okay.
Like a proper check. I'm
Okay.
like looking
Give me
for
a
his
medicine
pulse.
check.
I'm putting. Not rolling too well today. 12.
12. I mean, what do you do anything in
What
terms
I'm
of
doing,
what does that actually look like? Paragon checking for
I
vitals.
I'm looking for signs of breathing. I'm like checking his pulse. I am listening to his heart rate,
Okay.
looking at for any signs of injury.
He's very injured. He is
What?
a how in depth do you like? Are you like pulling clothes, like
Yeah,
trying to check things?
I'm taking.
So
I'm at least opening up his shirt. You
right,
know, I'm opening up his shirt
the
to check. I'm taking off any bits of tight clothing.
the first thing is the amount of him that is flesh as compared to the amount of him that is metal. He is not a warforged, as his appearance usually separates. So as you get further, you see bits where flesh melts to metal, metal goes back, and it changes depending. But in places, especially that are exposed, his arms, his legs, his extremities, there are deep gashes, lodged wiring pulled, sparks. He is very damaged. There is a large amount of a almost like gel-like fluid that is pouring from the side of his head and is going down his neck. It looks like blood, but it's a little bit thicker. As far as his vitals go, with a 12, you look for a pulse, and the only place that looks like it might have a heartbeat is near his neck, which appears to be still mostly flesh. You can feel the faintest pulse. And so, following that, you're listening for. You put your hand up behind it, next to his mouth or his nose. There is slight breathing. He is unconscious, but he is alive.
Okay. Would you say that healing myself a little bit would have like restored some sort of like my senses? Like I'm not as disoriented. Is that something that could kind of
I
happen with just
mean,
healing?
to an extent, like it's not gonna undo. You just died, like
Yeah.
30 seconds ago. Let's keep that in mind. It's There's a lot going on for you right now. I'm gonna say that 6 health is probably not enough to pull you out of a sleep
Yeah.
state.
Okay. I'm gonna have the healing spirit continue to heal me and Ting, so I guess one more roll for each of us. That leaves it with one left over.
Okay.
Um,
Good
6 and a
rolls.
1.
Oof. Who's getting the 6? Who's getting the 1?
I rolled for me first, so the
Okay.
6 is me, 1 is Ting.
Okay.
Um, being disoriented, I'm gonna skip using like Starry Form or anything for extra healing, and I'm just gonna go straight to Cure Wounds on Viper.
Okay.
Mm-hmm.
That's not bad at all.
That's
18.
pretty good. 18. You skipping the complex druidic ritual, skipping all the flair, uh, all the magic that comes in your magic. It is a rushed but purposeful spell as you expend the energy out, and you watch some of the gashes close, some of the skin that was parted begin to almost stitch up, and a little bit of color in places that there should be color returns, and there is a almost a deep sigh from Viper, a deep breath, and then on the release, you feel his hands, or you see the mechanical ligaments loosen, and his grip on Lexi's a little looser.
Okay, okay. I'm gonna check on Lexi next.
Okay, another medicine check. I'll say,
Uh,
since you're doing these back to back, I'm gonna say the stress. I want disadvantage.
Oh, okay. Let me roll one more time then.
Yeah. pretty
Oh
good
my.
still. Pretty. He's got a +8.
I have a +8, so I rolled as well.
While you're doing that, Alabaster, I heard a
Yeah. How far away is Alabaster to the party?
about 20, 25 feet.
Okay, so yeah, not that far.
You just leaned up against a tree.
Yeah, he's kind of laid out against a tree. And JR, you are going to hear a whisper though. Ting hears. Did we die?
I'm
You
afraid
can-
not.
Oh, goody. I hurt. I'll be over. And he kind of slumps down.
Well, we didn't. I don't know where everyone else is, though.
This would be the perfect time if I had this loaded where everybody else was sitting in a different chat. And here they are, our guest speakers.
But I did end up rolling a 10 for that.
Okay. It's not hard to get vitals. She is also... she's not unconscious, but she is very, very hurt. And I'll tell you what, too. Give me an Arcana check.
19.
19. You have a complex druidic order. It does not follow the universal standards, if you will. You aren't one to sit in a circle and commune with the animals. You follow stars, but still the essence of life is a constant for your kind, for your craft. And a sister kin to that is the essence of magic. Yours is rooted in nature and balance and the flow and web and eve of everything, but you can still recognize other forms of magic, and when they are deteriorated, when they're explosive, when they're powerful. The few interactions you had or seen with Lexi or anybody of the Scarlet, they always seem to have sort of an overpowering aura. Lexi's feels next to gone. It is missing, as if there is no weave within her. But she is more than unconscious, but I'm not going to give you an exact health number.
Yeah, Paragon is
She seems...
kind of register this, but not
Yeah.
fully, you know?
Yeah.
Um,
It's like reading a really complex medical screening, and you got about 6% of the important shit, and was like, oh, that's bad.
exactly. So, vitals-wise,
She's alive,
not doing too well.
but that's about it.
Yeah, I'm going to still go with one more cure wound.
Okay.
10.
Okay. I'll note that down.
And after that, does she seem stable? Do both her and Viper seem semi-stable?
You feel
You know.
the energy, the magic has resonated. The healing isn't being rejected. If they were not dead, they're definitely farther from it now. They're not showing any signs of moving. They were inside of the spell circle. You guys weren't. It could have a different effect on them. You're unsure.
I am going to look over at Ting and go, we need to move him.
The temperature is getting colder by
No,
the
but
second.
nobody's doing well. I think I can do something, but I'm just gonna kind of trail off and
Out of
start
sheer
getting out my
curiosity, the
backpack.
birds at that point is going to look around and see if any of the local bearings are at all familiar to the previous
Give
trip
me
upon Mount Veritas.
This is definitely a different area. Mount Baratok is quite a. When I say Mount Baratok, I should more say think of like the Rocky Mountains. It's a range. Mount Baratok isn't just a singular
somewhere
spire.
on
It's
the
a
range.
range.
We know we're at Mount Baratok based on the
yes.
sun position and the giant ball over Kresk.
Correct.
Happened,
you know you're
but
still in Barovia.
Otherwise, we don't exactly.
Give me, I would say, trying to gather your senses here. This is either going to be nature or survival. Or, yeah, nature or survival. Yeah.
13.
Okay, 13. Give me 1 second. I need to pull up. That is not his version. Okay. 13. You stand and the snowfall, it's not a blizzard, but the passive snowfall is definitely not helping your vision here. A 13, you can identify key places and essentially confirm you are on Mount Baratok. You wager, it's not perfect guess, but you would wager you're maybe northwest, east. You would be a number of miles east of your original endeavor into Mount Baratok.
Good enough estimation for all that's needed to know.
It would be about this time that Alabaster finally like gets up and stands up and makes his way over. So how they doing?
Harrigan at least is dazed, confused, like panicking. He's kind of like scrabbling at his backpack. He has a healing spirit behind him, like healing him one more time here. It's kind of like on its way out. You can see it disintegrating. But he's obviously like in a panic. He's not all there.
Hey, we're gonna be okay. But what's going on with them?
Viper is he's beat up pretty bad. I've managed to bring them back a little bit, but Lexi, I don't entirely know what's going on with her. It might be beyond me, but I'm not ready for this weather. I can maybe help them, but we need. Peregrine is looking around like
Fire, shelter.
he's very disoriented. He's pulling. Yeah. He's pulled a tinderbox out of his backpack and he's striking it at nothing.
It's. I got the fire. Okay, just get your wits about you. Okay, he's gonna look around and he's gonna just try to find some wood, some downed trees or something to make a fire.
Sure, give me a survival check.
Skills. Unnatural 20.
Unnatural 20. Yeah, there are definitely a number of dry, rotted, and in various states of decay just from sitting in a cold place like this. Might be a little hard to actually get them started just from temperature, but they are relatively dry, and you can find a relatively good amount. You can make a decent sized campfire.
As soon as I get the base of the campfire together, I am going to look at it and cast Agnazara's Scorcher and just immediately I'm just gonna burn a spell slot and light that bitch.
Yeah, magic fire is going to overwhelm anything nature could do on its own, and in a mere moments you have a pretty sizable campfire. It is immediately 10 degrees warmer in the area.
And that was like multiple like shots. Like he just like
Right.
stuck his hand out like a gun and just bam, bam, bam.
Hell yeah.
Okay, fire. How are we looking? Like maybe possible shelter routes.
You are sitting on what looks like a curved path. It is not a road or a walked path, but it is just a natural curvature to the mountain where it bends at a low point, comes up, turns, and starts to go back up before it hits a very rocky area. You're essentially sitting out on the closest thing I can call is like a deck or like a patio for the rest of the mountain. There are a number of trees around you, but it's maybe a 60-foot area. Your egress, your leaving, is either a 200-foot cliff or turning and going down or attempting to scale the jagged boulders and bits and pieces and try and clamber your way up. Shelter wise, moving closer to the mountain itself is going to give you a bit more of a wind wall, and then obviously if you're going to find any caves, it's going to be on the side of the mountain. It's going to be somewhere in it, maybe even on the side of this 200-foot drop. There could be one, but it's not going to be out in the open.
Okay.
There is, while building this though, there is a small, faint little glow emanating from underneath clothing on Lexi's left arm. There is a small, faint glow. It's green and it's getting brighter.
Peregrine.
I guess seeing as I'm over there, I'm checking it out.
Okay, she wears very like cut to not leather, but it's a near leather material, and it's very tight, and as you pull back it's almost like rolling like starch sleeves to get it back. But you see a silver and moon glass, it's very reflective, amulet or a cuff, and it binds on one side, and it doesn't look like it has any clasp or any lock to undo. It looks as if though it was put on magically, or she has grown into it. It looks like it has never been separated from her, and there is a small little gem on the outside that is glowing brighter and brighter. Not massively, but just subtly getting brighter. It's not even emitting a 5-foot light yet, but it is just, it's like your phone flashlight in your pocket, but it's getting brighter.
I'm going to pick up her arm and I guess examine it best I can.
What are you looking for?
There-
Beyond what I just told you.
There's not all that much I can do other than try and figure out what kind of magic, if any, is involved with it.
Okay. Give me an Arcana check.
23.
23. Do you attempt to remove it? Are you casting anything at it? Give me some insight into what you try looking for this, other than just staring at it for Arcana.
Well, that might kind of be stretching what thaumaturgy can do.
Let's hear it.
Okay. I'm going to alter my eyes with thaumaturgy, in order to... I don't entirely know how magic works in this world, but
I see what you're going
is
for.
there any, like, to kind of see any traces or a different spectrum of light, or...
Trying to use thaumaturgy to see into parts unknown, to see magic on a different veil, You don't get the intended result of thaumaturgy, but you do notice something as you cast the spell, whether it's a quick brush up your arm or a little twist and flick of the wrist or drawing sigils in the air. As you release it, though, there is a almost suction-like effect, like a wind tunnel. And though the spell registers on you, it looks like part of it was diverted, and the green gets a little brighter.
Well, is Alabaster over here by now?
I mean, I built a fire next to you guys.
Yeah.
Oh,
He's-
okay, it was right
he's
next.
not far
Okay.
away.
Like, I
By
built it.
by now, I'm not. Still a little dazed, but not like too bad. I feel like half my health, so. Alabaster. Do you want to come take a look at this? It seems almost like it's absorbing magic. This might be more up your alley than mine.
Yeah. Okay. Interesting. Yeah, I'd like to take a look and see what's going on.
Okay. Give me an Arcana check. I'll say since he's helping you and has already kind of started it, you can do it with advantage. What'd you get? What? Wait, what happened?
A nat 1 and a nat 3, but thanks to my 11, a 14.
Okay. That's... Paragon got a 23, so... It's unfamiliar to both of you. It is a... The magic is familiar. It feels... It feels abjuration in nature. Like a shield would. But it has just like that trace of there's something else beneath it. Maybe abjuration is the effect that it casts, but something else is happening with it. It is custom made. You've never seen anything like it. 23 is pretty good. It's striking to you that it doesn't appear to have a way to come off. There's only two ways it got on. It's either magic, the entire thing is magic, and it has abilities to mold to the user, which would make it quite the exotic artifact, or she grew into it. It was put on when she was younger, and she grew into it. There's two options. It's striking to you that it's remained there the entire time, assumedly. It is like turning up a light 1% every 10 seconds. It's getting just faintly. Like it's ambiently absorbing magic from something. But you're not sure what.
Is there anything going on with Viper?
Give me an investigation. Pretty good.
0.4.
You are watching this and you're like, well, the magic has to be coming from somewhere, and you don't feel yourself getting weaker. Paragon doesn't look like he's losing his footing. Ting, it has almost none. There's nothing else here. What could it be? You're looking back and forth, and you're looking. His grip is kind of loosened, and you spy on the side of his rib cage, in an exposed spot. You spot 3 tubes embedded into his. It looks like it replaces the ribs, but it's actually inside of them. It is 3 tubes of this swirling silver and purple fluid, and the one on the far right is completely empty. The one on the far left is full, and the one in the middle is slowly draining.
I hope you know what you're doing, Viper. I think they just need to kind of recharge here. So I don't think we're moving them anytime soon. So I guess we're making camp here, Peregrine. Where's Ting?
The bird, meanwhile, is already off looking for branches to cut
Okay.
down.
Yeah, you can give me a nature check. It's not terribly high. It's like a 10 DC.
You say a number. You say a number.
Ting's gonna bring back a lot of wet and like termite-eaten branches. It's gonna add about 2 minutes to the fire. But
Okay,
it's
what
the
I
thought
what
that
I am
counts.
going to do. Okay, hold on. Let me see if there's like a stat sheet for this thing or not, because what I want to do is summon a grasping vine. But I'd like to know how large it is, because I can direct it to lash out at characters within or creatures within 30 feet of it. Does that mean it is 30 feet long? Like how?
It has a reach of 30 feet, so yeah.
Okay. Yeah, I'm gonna summon a grasping vine,
Okay.
and I'm not gonna have that really do anything, and start chopping it up a little bit so we have fuel for the fire and position it in a way where like the bulk of it, like the trunk of it, is kind of sheltering us from the wind a little bit. So chop
What
up
is
like the
the
tip of it.
Well, it's created by magic, so what is the duration of it? It's a magical material. It's not
Oh, that's true.
it's not made of you're not summoning material.
Come on,
It's a
man. You're a
magic.
druid. Make it physical.
Um, in that case, I'm gonna at least use. Well, wait.
You don't have
Make it
you don't have
physical?
druidcraft?
What kind of druid don't got
It's in the name.
The starry druids.
So the number one con for star druids, if you don't build it right, no druid craft.
That is unfortunate. It's a
I just
it's a menial
don't
spell,
think I
but when
get
you
that.
have it, you have it.
Maybe I do, but I don't have it prepared. I don't have it prepared.
Ah, well, damn it.
Okay.
Not that I can even. I guess I can make a flower blossom.
When he said make it physical, that's not what I was referencing. I have no idea. That's just a joke.
Oh,
Yeah, druidcraft though has a lot of utility. I'm just saying you could get creative
Yeah,
with it
it
here.
does.
There's nothing here. It doesn't. I'm not saying there's an exact thing that says creates wood. It's just whatever you make with magic is not real. Typically, it dissipates unless it says otherwise. It's just energy.
yeah. Does this last for the duration? Can I retcon that then?
So
it's Alabaster's gonna go find Ting.
okay, not hard to do.
Hey, finding any good sticks up there?
The bird just waves. Does the bird actually find any good sticks up in a tree?
With a 9, I'm sorry. It's you rolled bad. You're gonna find. I mean, you'll find some, but he gathered quite a bit on his first run. You guys will have a fire for a number of hours.
Yeah.
Bigger thing.
You got
being
one of-
shelter and the exposure to elements.
You got one of those bags of holding?
The bird gives a thumbs up.
Probably go through, see what's in it.
The bird gives a thumbs up, and then pulls out a sending stone.
Yeah, he
Already
reaches
have
into his
been.
pocket. Okay. anything like clothing, blankets, or anything,
Just travelers' clothes. We could absolutely rip them up and use them, but like nothing super heavy in terms of cloth. Got a bunch of alchemist fire though. If we ever need to restart the campfire, certainly got a supply.
Well, that's good to know. Damn, that's a
There's
bit.
a giant axe in here.
I mean, I don't know if I work out that much.
Not sure if the thing's good for chopping trees, but giant axe.
It's fair enough.
Multiple healers kits in here.
That's good to know. It looks like Viper and Lexi, he might be doing some type of exchange, like energy-wise. He's got things in him that are fluctuating, and she's like glowing green. So, but there's no way we're going to be able to move them. So we need to fortify.
Gotta
as best
build
we
around
can.
then.
Yeah.
Paragon.
The bag's got some rope. And also we've got some pens.
I do have something I'd like to do while they were gone, if possible.
Paragon, the direction they moved in, and you'd be the first one to feel this. There is a low pressure wave that just passes you from the direction of Kresk, and a bunch of wind and dust, or not dust, but snow gets kicked up and then falls back down, and the ball of crackling red has come to a complete still, and you see a massive crater where the town of Kresk once was.
All right. Not in.
A second later, it hits you, Ting and Alabaster. It just sort of pushes you or pushes against you, depending on the way you're walking, and it almost feels like just a massive clap of air moves past you.
The bird pretty firmly grips the tree as he almost falls out of a
It's
branch.
not like
Oh.
40 you guys are so far off.
Yeah.
It's had time to fall off, but it's just like,
Like,
it's a
it is
good
a
little
noticeable
15 mile an hour
impulse.
gust real quick.
Yeah.
And then it stops.
The bird's gonna climb back down from the tree.
Question. In Axebeak, would
What?
that the monster in Axebeak,
I have no
would
idea.
that okay, never mind. I
Oh,
will.
I mean, I can look
this
it up. I can look this up, but I haven't.
I
no
I
idea.
wanted to more question whether its beak could possibly be used for actually felling trees.
Okay. Every time I think I know what you guys are gonna ask me. Axe beak. That's a cool ass carrot. That's a cool ass thing.
It's like a giant dodo with an axe-shaped beak. Probably not, but
I mean, sure. I mean, wedge-shaped beak. I would say that it's probably just as effective as anything that's gonna hit a tree.
fair enough. I'll go with the other one then. I'd like to use wild shape to transform into a hippogriff.
Hippogriff. Wow. Okay. Now that I do know. I do need to look at the stats for that.
I should have them up on my extras page here, I guess.
You can turn into this?
Yes. It is.
You can do challenge ones. Challenge rating ones?
I do believe so. Under wild shape. Oh, rolled a 1 on the authentication servers. Thank you, D&D Beyond, for completely dying while I'm looking things up. Go
I can
back
look.
to wild shape. At level 8, yes, max CR 1 with fly speed, and I can know 8 forms.
Oh. Okay. Sure. Yeah, you could turn into a hippogriff.
Yeah.
You turn.
Seeing as they're
It's really
pretty
cool.
large,
It's really cool, Slash. Yeah.
for right now, while Ting and Alabaster are out, I'm going to sit like facing the wind around Lexi and Viper, give them some shelter.
Okay.
Seeing as I'm pretty insulated.
Yeah, and then the heat definitely warms a larger surface area on yourself too. So. Okay. All the things you...
Does Alabaster and Ting have a view of Kresk from their current position?
Yeah, you guys are high enough, and
Yeah.
the way I've positioned it is you guys are essentially on a facing wall of the mountain that has just a little alcove to where you can see Kresk purposefully. I would say looking out there also, you notice far off. Still, it's a little bit of an in the distance just because of how far they were from Kresk. But they weren't that much further. You notice as fast as they arrived, the fleet of SDC ships is beginning to get fewer and fewer in the sky.
The bird is going to want to get a better look of what caused the wind, and is going to, for just a moment, get back up toward the branch that he's on before.
Sure.
And remembering all the stuff that was in the bag of holding, he's going to pull out the spyglass.
Oh, look at you.
And take a look
you
over
are a number
Kresk.
of miles off. I know it's going to enhance it quite a bit, but you're not going to see individual people walking around.
Yeah. But, you know, get a state of what the...
Sure. Give me a perception check with advantage.
Did that roll advantage?
No, it didn't.
Not that it's going to matter, but,
You might get a nat 20. Oh my god, double
the
14s.
same number.
24?
Yep.
You're not going to be able to pick out figures and creatures, but there is still a large horde. You can see the gray mass of discoloration outside of what once used to be the main Kresk gate. There is still a massive horde that has taken out much of the forest and surrounding area. The crater does not appear to be all of Kresk. It appears to be most of the front of the town. The mansion and the town from the second or third house going towards the mayors, the burgomasters, that is all untouched. But there is just a massive crater where once was the inn, the shop, and a few houses, as well as the main front gate.
And then it's just less SDC ships up
There,
in the sky.
you can see they are not falling. They're not being taken down. They're moving.
But
and you're watching portals open and shimmers fall over their banners, and they are disappearing from sight.
the bird is going to pick back up the Stone of Speaking and put the spyglass away.
Okay.
And is going to speak hopefully to Alabaster.
Mm-hmm.
The situation in Kresk is looking kind of dire, but the SGC is pulling out. I guess the battle's over.
Really? Okay.
I will say, like, a good portion of the town is just gone. It's a crazy.
Oh.
Hey, it looks the gravesite's still fine. Burgomeister's house is looking pretty good. Oddly enough, that probably means the awful chapel of sorts is probably still intact.
Yeah, probably.
But
you guys,
yeah, it's looking pretty bad over there.
You guys are pretty good about that, destroying places, aren't you?
You know, trouble tends to follow. It's just a good thing we're here and not there, because, well,
Motherfucker really said it could have been worse. It could be me.
I just have to wonder where everyone else is, because hopefully they weren't still out there in the town square.
Yeah, I hope so. Well, sometimes I still think I hear Erebus's arrogant voice. Well,
Call
I
me
guess
by my
let's-
name. That's not him.
Oh, I'm sure he dimension doored somewhere.
Most likely. Well, we should probably head back, meet back up with the rest. So, Peregrine's a hippogriff right now?
Yeah, you guys
Yes.
walk back and just see a massive half eagle, half horse, like almost like purposefully cuddled or like covering Lexi and Viper just sitting there with a fire.
Oh, hey guys, you're back.
Can you talk?
I can talk in my wild shape. You see
Really?
the hippogriff's mouth? Yes, yes.
And
I
it
can.
you can speak common. It
Yes.
says that? That's new. Oh, that
I
used
keep
to not be
I
a
keep
thing.
my ability to speak.
Oh,
I'll go back here and find the exact
that is new.
paragraph.
That's cool though. That's cool.
While
I
in a
like
form,
it.
you retain your personality, memories, and ability to speak, and the following rules apply. You gain temporary hit points. Your game statistics are replaced by the beast stat block. You gain temporary hit points. I'm not going to read all this 'cause it's like 4 paragraphs, but no spellcasting. Of course, objects and handling them are determined by what you shape or wild shape into. But I can still talk.
Where does it say you can talk? Where did you read? I was waiting. You said it.
Rules. Oh, rules while shapeshifting. While in a form, you retain your personality, memories, and ability to speak.
Ability to speak. That does not mean you speak
Is
the
that not-
languages. I'm sorry, because you go to a hippogriff stat block and his languages are none. Ability to speak. If you turned into a
You
beast-
retain your creature type, hit points, hit point dice, intelligence, wisdom, and charisma scores, class features, languages, and feats.
Oh, okay. All right. He's got me there.
They thought of it.
They thought it. They changed that. It used to not be the case.
It also said your ability to speak.
Well, yeah. It says you maintain your ability
Yeah,
to speak.
I get where both.
But like that just sounds like ability to speak. But then the next line says you take its stat card, and its stat card lists 0 languages. So it's like I'm understanding if its stat card had languages, you'd be able to speak in those languages. That's what I understood. But it's all overwritten because it
the
says
confusion
you retain
came
your
from me.
You retain your languages. So
The confusion came from me skipping a part of the.
that's
the
cool
stat
though.
block
That's cool.
portion
I
there,
mean
'cause
that
it's like
that
up
makes
2
everything a
paragraphs.
lot easier for you, bud, because that's one of the
Yeah.
biggest. You know, you get speak with animals and speak with dead. You can start talking to furniture next,
I do have those.
or speak with plants. I mean, and speak with dead. You can talk to furniture.
I do also have that.
Yeah.
Well, that's terrifying.
Bigger bird. Bigger bird. We got a bigger bird.
Yeah, there's like a 16-foot tall bird standing there, or sitting there.
I don't like that. Druids, man.
The menagerie grows.
You just see the
apparently.
beak clacking and like moving in weird ways to try and to talk in common, but it's like, you know,
No,
obviously.
I like to think about like you just open your beak and your voice comes out. There's no movement
Yeah,
of the mouth.
it's
You
more
just
it's more
open the
like a
beak.
Muppet.
Oh God. Ugh.
I think I like Isaac's idea better than like the
Yeah,
mouthworm
sure.
beak trying to like shape
sure you
itself
do.
into lips.
The bird out loud is just gonna go the menagerie, and point at the bird.
Yes, we are, buddy.
Oh, I guess I am now. more a part of the menagerie.
Welcome
the
to
animal
the
theme.
that's it. That's his welcome. That's his fucking pat on the back. His fucking
This is
welcome
how
to
we
the
welcome
Guardians
him
of the
in.
Galaxy. You have to turn into a fucking animal first. And we got that's how we had Hughie.
We'll now
Yeah.
accept him. We won't treat him like shit anymore.
Oh my god.
Congratulations, you've
It's
made.
like joining a fucking army of werewolves. You have to wait till you get blooded in. God. Anyway, yes, you guys do return and see a massive half griffin, half horse beast.
Hmm.
That one fucking hurt.
Any change in their state?
No, not at the moment. They are, as far as I can tell, stable. But I also now have large talons. I can't surgically check them.
I guess that's fair. Alabaster just wants to kind of check in with Lexi and Viper, check their condition.
You move in and begin to extend a hand, checking for their connection. As you're moving in closer, you notice that the glow has gotten much brighter and is holding steady with an occasional flash now, very slowly. And the last vial all the way to the left is almost empty. It's about halfway empty.
Okay. Well, so how long can you keep this up?
Probably about 4 hours until I need to re-up it. So we should probably still make some sort of shelter. Or find shelter.
I mean, if we cuddle up closer to the side of the mountain, we can at least cut off points of where people can come from, but
The bird's also gonna see at this time how pliable the snow is to actually be formed.
It's a soft snow. It's formable. There's just a constant light snowfall as well.
The bird for sending stone. We could possibly form some sort of makeshift shelter around the campfire. The snow seems to be formable enough. Maybe with some supporting branches or something holding it up, we could even get most of our roof going.
sounds like a plan. Let's get to work.
I can do any heavy lifting or
It's still so
anything
weird
heavy
to
you need.
imagine a giant. It's God, the interjection in the conversation in my head. It just
But for now, I will keep Viper and Lexi sheltered.
How easy would it be for a hippogriff to knock a tree down?
probably pretty easy. It's a large creature.
Yeah, I have a strength of 17, large creature. So
We could get at least some big logs over. Basically make shelter out of a fallen tree.
The bird's gonna prep. Let's see here. What is bird gonna prep? Make sure I still have it. Yeah. The bird's gonna prep the hooded lantern.
Okay.
Is gonna take one of the little rotten twigs that he found from before, take it from the camp, light it, set it alight from the campfire, and then light the lantern with it.
Okay.
Then is going to have the lantern sit close to the campfire so that the, outer glass or whatnot warms up.
All right. For all the time that you guys have spent here, the one thing that is consistent is it is getting later into the evening. It's not dark yet, but it is getting there. However, there is almost, depending on how close you were paying attention, that pulse that had passed you, maybe 10 minutes prior, whatever direction you were walking, you feel a equal push backwards the opposite way, like air being sucked in, and it pushes the opposite direction, almost going towards the center of Barovia. The same 15-mile-an-hour little gust that just sort of, you watch the flames in the fire move, flicker, get a little bit higher. The snow gets set off course for a second, and you follow it instinctually, like look and see it, almost like something running past you. And moments later, like watching a mouse go through a maze, you're watching this energy, this motion move past you, and very far off in a forest, about, it has to be more than 40 miles from you, you watch a almost hook-like light shoot out of the remnant of Kresk and touch down in this forest. There is a flash, and it disappears. And that exact instant, Viper shoots up. They're leaving! And he immediately looks around. And it grabs...
Calm down.
And then is even more...
It's me, Peregrine. You're safe. Calm down. We're sheltering you from the cold right now.
He looks down and realizes Lexi's in his arms, and he rolls her to the side, and you watch what's left of his arm, you watch he just pops his wrist and tears his hand off, and you watch a little tool come out from the center of his forearm, and it goes down and touches the small bracelet that had been exposed, and you watch the moon glyph turn oblong shaped the other side of the moon, and it clicks and opens at the gem, and it falls down, and he grabs it and just chucks it off the mountain.
Well, you're a lot better at that than we are.
And then immediately he begins just essentially looking Lexi over, looking for cuts, scrapes, bruises. When did we land? How long have we been here?
Not too long. How long would you actually say it has been, Bolt? Probably an hour or two?
Maybe an hour. Maybe.
Okay.
You guys have been doing a lot of little actions
Kresk
back to
just
back.
blew up.
Yeah.
We've been here maybe an hour. I healed both of you a little bit. We're building a shelter. I'll be able to take care of you more once we're all stable.
The STC is leaving. The Queen is back in charge. The captain's dead. We have to get out of here.
Whoa.
We will, but we're in no shape to move right now. And she certainly isn't.
And he after hearing that, he sort of snaps to and realizes she's not awake. Did she? And you see him put his head closer to her chest. Realizes she's breathing.
Alive. She's breathing. She's in stable physical condition.
What's wrong with her, though? Something's wrong.
Magically.
The bracelet activated.
I don't know. I do not know. We'll figure it out.
Activate.
You need to stay here. Come to your senses.
And you see
We
his
will help her.
eyes are darting around. His mind's going a million miles a minute.
I take a
Get out of
giant
Barovia.
paw and I kind of gently push him down. Like very gently push him down so he's sitting or lying down, and just kind of keep him there for a second. We need to focus on ourselves right now.
He as you're pushing him down, he was going down anyway to pick his hand back up, and he reattaches it, and it clicks into place. But it very roughly clicks. He has to force it almost, and it doesn't seem to want to operate or function the same way. It seems to be he can't close his hand all the way. It doesn't turn all the way, and there's just a little bit of a shake. And you watch him look back, and he looks at his ribs, and he sees how low the vials are, and he looks down at and he looks, and he's like, the fucking bracelet. And he finally looks back up at all of you. Where's the rest?
We don't know.
Where are we?
We'll figure it out.
The bird's gonna sign Mount Baratok.
Baratok. That's good. Okay.
The bird's also gonna sign, do you know how we got here?
No. He just seems absent.
I'm going to put my wing up and kind of wrap it around him and Lexi a little bit. Give them a bit more shelter and go, we need to either move or build something here. What are we doing? I'm asking this to Ting and Pepsi Phil Alabaster.
Not my name.
I'm sorry, I can't get over Pepsi Phil.
Yep.
The bird almost gets caught in thought for a moment and almost starts to panic over the thought of what should be done at this point, realizing the true uncertainty of the situation that we've been brought into.
I'll click my beak at Ting and go, right now,
The bird's
in this
talking.
situation. No, that's just like snapping. I
Yeah,
can't
yeah.
snap, so like, but right now, so we can stay alive, so we can figure out what to do. I'll turn to Alabaster and go, if you'd like to watch over or even help me, and Ting can watch over Viper and and Lexi, I can go fell some trees. We can get things moving.
Let's go.
Because in this condition, we're not trudging through the snow.
This is true.
So I will like curl my wing back up, let Viper go, and
He-
kind of slowly get up.
Reaches out and grabs. If you're in range, he grabs you by your coat, Alabaster, or by your.
Yep.
You have that badass fucking thing, don't you?
Yep.
The
I got the bear pelt.
Pulls at it and just there's like this dumbfounded look, like this for as callous and as in control as he's always been, there is this utter abandonment in his face, this loss. You'd recognize it as being grief, as being just sorrow. And he hears what Peregrine is saying, survival. He's looking back and forth at Lexi, at the sky, at the ships leaving. You see him doing all this in his head, but he just keeps looking back at Lexi, realizing she's not moving. And the words seem to resonate with surviving and just getting in better shape. And you first watch the other arm that's seems to be in better condition. You watch a small utensil, a writing utensil, pop out. It almost looks like a just solid line of chalk pop out, and he takes it and breaks it in half, and then he takes one side, pinches in the air, and you watch a line apparate end to end, and he drops it and pulls, and almost like the zipper on a bag, it opens, and he reaches a hand inside, and he pulls out a very tautly wound, small enchanted piece of paper, and he hands it to you, Alabaster, and just says, I don't think I could do it.
Oh, what is it?
It's it should help us. You know how to use a scroll, right?
Yeah, I just wanted to make sure. Takes a look at it.
It is a long and complex scroll in a language you don't understand, but the casting is in a perfect common. You're not sure what it does, but its instructions are in a perfect common.
Yeah, I'm not going to play around with that. I am going to ritual cast. No, that's an hour. I'll just burn the spell slot.
Okay.
Comprehend language.
Okay. It shifts from its Abrokabi, which is a stint of common for a seafaring folk that stay out on a rather small port near Waterdeep, and they are very well known for their enchanting. As it shifts from that Abrokabi, you would recognize it to be Mordenkainen's magnificent mansion.
Well, I think we would be quite safe in this. And he's going to start casting it.
It has a casting time of 1 minute. So what does it look like? Being a scroll, it has none of its... obviously you still have the verbal and somatic of a scroll, but none of the materials are required, as it's all embedded. All of the magic needed is embedded in the scroll. What does it look like? It is a rather powerful 7th level spell. What does that feel like? And what does that look like at Alabaster's fingertips?
Well, its verbal components are the lyrics to Fresh Prince of Bel-Air. In West Waterdeep, born and raised. No. He as he's saying it, it's gonna start small because it's like he's starting the magic of the spell. So like blue swirls, and then they're going to get more. The best way to kind of describe aggressive, very more like white water rapids of just the spell power just swirling and swirling and swirling, but not causing any like shift in the air per se, like a mini tornado would. But it almost start like that as it just emanates from the scroll and then bursts out.
As it burst out. And what does it look? You can't. So the outside, it's a shimmering door. What is it? Is there anything unique about it? Does it look like anything special?
No, actually, it almost just appears. The rest of the party wouldn't know, but to Alabaster, he would know that it would look like the front doors of Black Tower, of just semi-ornate, thick, dark oak doors, double doors with the large clasp handles.
As you release it and the door apparates 20 feet in front of you, there is a almost like an eagle screech, a hawk finding its prey from the sky and swooping down. There is a screech like a knife on a chalkboard, and you feel the mountain rumble. And then a second later, there is a massive detonation off the side of the cliff. The fireball doesn't go all the way up, but it's visible even from where you are. And you watch the engraved almost tattooed like, as it had encased her arm, area where the bracelet was. You watch the bracelet reapparate back onto her wrist. And you watch as parts of the mountain begin to fall. And none of you have ever been in an avalanche, but the snow is beginning to shift around you.
I think it's time we all enter the doors, folks.
The bird's gonna quickly grab the lantern and, without hesitation, book it into the door.
Viper is princess carrying Lexi and is walking through the door. Mr. Hippogriff, there's going to be a tight squeeze. You can fit through. The door is big enough. It's 5 feet wide by 10 feet tall. I think you can squeeze through. But
I can squeeze through like on my knees or whatever with my
think
wings
you
closed.
It's going to be a tight fit, though.
I am going to. Well, I guess I'll just. Provided we don't need to do anything else out here. Does anyone think that we need to do any heavy lifting, anything at this moment? Or just go inside? Okay, I'm gonna revert my form.
Okay. What does everybody see, Alabaster? It's your mansion.
Oh, God.
It can be as quickly put together
think...
or as unput together as you want it to be.
You see a giant Minecraft dirt hut.
You see the yawning portal. You see...
Right?
You see Kaer
No.
Morhen.
You see
know
the
what?
hotel
No.
you partied in. You see...
It is actually a 1-for-1 replica of the Black Tower.
Okay.
Ooh, okay.
You walk in and immediately you know that a bunch of wizards live here. Like, it is they're all empty. Like here in this realm they're not there, but like they're there. But it's just like from his memory, it just is Black Tower. Scrolls on all the tables, libraries upon libraries upon libraries.
So real quick, out of character, which Black Tower are we talking about? Are we talking about Wheel of Time Black Tower?
No.
The real life one in
No.
Brussels?
From
No,
his
this is-
academy.
This is the in Waterdeep. There is
Oh,
a
gotcha.
renowned wizard academy. It's not
Okay,
just one. A Black Staff
immediately-
Tower. Sorry.
Yes. I
Black
knew
Okay,
what you were
Staff.
talking
because
about.
because
Yeah.
I immediately went to a Wheel of Time.
Yeah, I knew what you were talking about, the Blackstaff Academy.
Yeah, there's a central stairway. It goes up many floors with a door underneath the stairs that leads to the like great hall, like the entrance hall. It's got rooms, many a beds, many a things, but well, welcome to Blackstaff Tower, guys, or at least a copy of it.
Well, as long as it keeps us out of the cold and we can get a well-deserved rest and possibly a bath. Thank you, Viper. I'm assuming we're carrying them in.
No, Viper stood up and carried.
Yeah.
He seems
Carried
to be,
Lexi, okay.
He seems
Yeah.
to be solely focused.
Well, I don't know about any of you, but I need a rest. But first, Viper, I'd like to take a look at both you and Lexi and make sure that you are...
We're fine. She's fine. You all need to sleep and prepare for tomorrow.
So do the two of you. You should probably,
More
with a
than
giant
you.
mansion out in the snow, one of us should probably keep watch.
He must not be familiar.
No, we don't need watch. As well, he is going to go and... Oh, waiter!
What do they see? You decide their appearance. There's up to 100 of them.
Straight up, looks like Alfred from Batman: The Animated Adventures.
Just one?
Like,
just one Alfred?
to start.
Oh my god, we
Okay.
can have multiple Alfreds.
You can have 100.
They pretty much, it's 50-50. It's 50 Alfreds and that's too obscure. Yeah, just basic maid.
Okay.
Who were you going to go for?
The maid from Black Butler.
Oh, I was thinking Black Butler too.
But well, please attend to anything my friends here need.
Right away. And they just sort of
And-
blankly stare at each of you. There's now an Alfred and a maid for each of you. And Viper just looks and says, "Point me to a room." And the Alfred waves his hand or moves his hand past in a hallway, shoots down, and Viper turns into it and begins to walk off.
Well, I guess Butler,
Yes.
point me to a bath. Get me a bath.
He looks at you for a minute and then registers. Okay, he knows what you mean. And looking at your form. Oh no, wait, you reverted. Never
I
mind.
reverted. I'm
Yeah.
I'm no longer a hippogriff.
I was gonna lead you to a giant bird bath.
Oh
It was
man,
gonna-
I kind
it
of
was
wish
gonna
I
be
had
a
kept
giant bird
my
bath.
form, but it would have been totally impractical.
He leads you to a small room first. Appears to be bed chambers. It's how nice is it? Is it real nice? Alabaster?
Is this up to me?
No,
Okay.
no, it's 100% up
No,
to
no.
Alabaster. How nice are the rooms?
Dorm rooms for the most part.
Okay, so
So-
livable, but not luxury.
Slightly above.
I mean,
livable.
yeah,
It is
Blackstaff
yeah,
is luxury,
yeah.
but like they're not spending real money on students.
Yeah, it's a bed. Comforter's kind of nice.
Some pillows.
A duvet cover.
Okay.
You know, like proper, but not. You're not. You know.
How nice are the baths? Are we talking a wooden tub that just has hot water, or are we talking like modern magic plumbing?
Oh, modern magic plumbing.
Okay.
Blackstaff got the upgrade like first decade.
They got the
in. Like,
Reno, yeah.
yeah. We got the renovations going here.
Okay.
No, it's yeah.
Then for Peregrine, who's probably never seen anything like this, depending on the people you've been around.
I definitely have seen magic plumbing.
Oh, you have? Okay.
Peregrine
It's
has seen
not-
magic plumbing.
It's not common, so where did you see it? Give me reference here.
Within it is within a Google document I have yet to send you.
Okay. All right. Cool.
It is something I have created.
Okay. All right.
It is not. It is within.
So it's in the shit that I just made up, Mr. DM.
Yeah, it's a part of his back. It's a part of his backstory.
Dude, it's a part of my
floating-
backstory that I have fucking Excalibur.
Listen,
I
it's-
don't
it's
know
a-
what to tell you. It's
a
not my
floating
fault. You didn't read the doc.
steampunk
I didn't
magic
send
city.
you. Oh, my fault. It's a steampunk
True.
magic city. Okay, cool.
Listen,
My
okay.
fault. So this other superpower you've been fighting, it's been me. I'm sorry I didn't tell you.
Is it bad time to bring up that with my special backstory, I have unlimited level 4 spell slots?
Oh
yeah,
my
right.
god.
Yeah, exactly.
It is literally just he has seen
it's
magical
just,
plumbing.
It's just a little bit of homebrew, no big deal. I'd like to extend my 300-foot sight to see into the material and immaterial realms and be able to. Anyway,
That's it. I'm making up like new wild shape characters just to be like slightly overpowered.
Anyway, okay. Even still, though, it is nice to see, as you probably haven't seen it in a while and definitely been out on the road. It is not just an old tub. You see a large copper bathtub with floating fixtures and little dials, and water seems to be able to be filled, for lack of better terms, remotely, without the need for essential plumbing. And you would understand one color being red, one color being blue, as hot and cold. It seems like a very nice, very large bathtub as well. And there are all manner of robes and retrofitted mirrors and small glowing rocks to resemble lanterns, and of course towels and all the fixins. And Alfred just sort of opens the door for you and then steps back out into the hallway.
All right. I suppose I take a bath then.
Okay, I'm not gonna cover what that looks like. Peregrine takes a bath. Ting, Mr. Alabaster, what are you guys up to? Viper and them have disappeared from sight.
The bird thinks for a second, and then goes, "Take me to a bath."
Everybody wants a bath. The first thing in months. You know what? That's real, though. That's real. Traveling Barovia for 2 months? Yeah, I'd want a bath. More than a bed.
Everything's so filthy.
You guys are finally...
So he gets the bird bath, right?
He does get the bird. No.
I would just like to let my colleagues know outside of the table, these guys can also clean, like, they can do anything a human can do besides harm something. So you can get your clothes cleaned, you can get pretty much anything you want.
Yeah, they can make food. They can fix small things. Speaking
of which, Alabaster is going to command another group of servants to prepare soup and tea and deliver it to the rooms.
Right away. Is there any type of particular soup or tea, or just chef special?
We are definitely going to just leave it up to the chef on the soup.
What about the tea?
Chamomile.
Chamomile, nice sleeping tea. Okay.
Yes.
All right.
Can I choose pomegranate?
It's not up to me.
You know what? No. With that, Alabaster is going to ask his Alfred, is the headmaster's quarters still open?
Of course. Anything for you, sir.
Perfect. If you need me, I'll be there. And he's going to make his way to the headmaster's quarters.
Okay.
And immediately just flop on the bed.
Yes. All the revenge against your headmaster. Okay.
He wasn't. He was actually pretty good at his job. Well,
right.
Bath does sound nice. And he's going to wander off to the bath.
Okay. Everybody takes a bath. And for the sake of speeding that up, it's all the same unless anybody's got any...
There is some stuff I want.
Oh, you want to do a Vox Machina in the bath? I got you.
No,
Yeah,
not
I got
entirely.
You. I got you.
No. But there is specifically something. The bird is
color me intrigued.
going before getting to the bath. The bird is going to look at the personally assigned butler and try to think, how am I gonna communicate with him beyond what anyone else has said? Then a bird tries just signing something off in Thieves' Camp. Can you understand me?
He signs back, yes.
Oh, great.
They're universal knowledge. These are both simultaneously the most useful and useless creatures, depending on what you need them to do.
Would it be too much to ask if you could clean my clothes off?
And he signs back, of course.
They love doing that stuff.
Excellent. I'll leave them outside the door.
Okay.
So with that, the bird with the bag of holding is gonna pull out a backup set of fine clothes.
Yo, my boy's got vacation clothes. Let's go.
And is going to, behind a door, get down and drop off clothes outside the door.
He's breaking it down.
And the bird's gonna notice for the first time, while taking off just the layers of gear that he's had on him, just these odd little things affixed to the strap of his quiver. Just interesting little trinkets.
Okay.
Doesn't quite remember when he picked them up, but kind of shiny. They glow green. Pretty cool.
Hell yeah.
Bird's not going to think too much of it, and continue to strip down, get ready for a bath, and have fine clothes on the ready.
Okay. Everybody takes a bath, and it's refreshing. It is more than therapeutic. It is healing to some, even. It feels... I mean, everybody here has gone times without taking a hot shower. And then you work hard, you do something, you go through some shit, and you hop in that shower. For about the first 30 seconds, you're a being outside of your body. It's an unreal feeling. For you guys, being on death's door and probably smelling like Barovia for 2 months, it is next to godliness. It feels amazing. You can all add 10 temporary hit points. And you can make any type of speech checks. Anything to do with talking will be at advantage for the next hour. But you all take that little bit of rest and respite. Ting, you come out to very, very magically cleaned clothes laying on your bed. They look about as pristine as they could. Even minor defects and points where you had taken damage, sword slashes, arrows, trips, falls, anything that was possible to repair has been mended and almost looks as if though it was never broken. It looks very nice. It looks like you could sell it for more money than you bought it for. And a moment later, there's a knock on your door, Ting.
The bird is going to go to open the door.
There is a Alfred already bent over with a bowl, a rather large bowl of what smells like carrots, roasted lamb, garlic, and just a smattering of thyme with a roasted tomato basil as a base and a chicken broth that has been layered even deeper with a wine. It looks and smells amazing. And next to it, a rather small but still just enough cup of hot tea. And he just hands it to you. He has it on a tray, and he's just sort of holding it out for you. All of you also receive this same visit. Utensils are available.
I was expecting a small cup of birdseed for Ting.
No, it's tea. I mean, he eats and drinks like everybody else.
No, just as a meme.
Yeah.
No.
I do as I'm commanded.
Yeah.
There's no room for interpretation here.
I'm also gonna need that recipe for that soup because that just
Chef's
sounded
special.
banger.
Yeah.
He's gonna hope that everyone's enjoying the food. We have ate what? There's 5 of us.
Mm-hmm.
5 bodies in this mansion.
Yep.
So there's only 95 more servings of the first course of our 9-course meal we
Yeah.
get to enjoy in the 24 hours that we're in here. So we can feed 100 people 9-course meal.
Mm-hmm.
Banquet, it says even. So eventually, after Alabaster finishes eating, he is going to pull out the sending stone. He's going to try to see if he can reach out towards Viper.
Okay. You would know these are all on a shared connection.
Yeah.
So
Yeah. Like, I know I'm not hiding from Ting, but
Yeah,
like,
okay.
Bird feels it
specifically,
and picks up, but is just gonna listen while eating food.
okay, nothing worse than being on the phone and eating at the same time. Yeah, man, I've got you. I'm coming down right now.
Hey,
soup with a beak.
Yeah.
Super
Where did you
Oh
get
God.
that phone?
Yeah.
It's like the clicking of teeth. God, through the beak. Oh.
Start of every D&D session
Where-
for me.
Where are you buying clothes? I'm at soup.
Yeah.
Where are you
Yeah.
buying phones? Anyways,
Soup.
It seems like a connection's been made.
How's Lexi doing?
A moment passes. She's stable. Something's wrong with her magic, but she's stable.
Well, I say we get our rest in, and then we meet up back at that entrance hall to try to figure out the next move. We've got this for a while, so thank you for this.
Right. That's smart.
Oh, also, I do believe we might be heading the right direction towards our goal. So, talk to you in the morning.
Connection fades.
Alabaster's gonna head to bed.
Okay. What is everybody else? Ting Peregrine, what are you guys doing?
Bird, after finishing up the meal and enjoying the tea, is going to actually, start to inspect these little trinkets that were found on the quiver's strap. He's going to take one off and just kind of look at it.
Okay.
I feel like Ting had it like across from him on the little table eating. As if it's like someone else just staring at your quiver. Good soup.
And for a moment, while holding the trinket in a hand, the bird does feel a sort of odd connection. Awfully familiar in a way. Like, it's almost natural, but these things certainly weren't here before. And with that, the bird's going to put the trinket back on the quiver strap.
There is when it clicks or straps or however it fastens back, there's like a little bit of your fingers touching a suction cup. There's like this like bite that won't let go for a moment. It feels like a little bit of like a sting, and then it lets go, and you kind of feel like this that energy that you had become so familiar with in fighting seems to resonate within it, a similar energy. Peregrine?
I am going to ask one of the butlers to take me to Viper and Lexi. I'd like to make sure they're okay.
Okay. He right away, and he guides you down a hallway, a bit of a twist and turn past a few rooms, and he just sort of points, like gestures to the door. Doesn't seem to want to open it.
I knock. it's Peregrine. I just want to make sure that you are both doing okay and in good condition.
How loudly are you? Like, how loud do you talk?
Just like a normal speaking voice, not too loud.
Fuck. A few moments goes by, and then there's a click on the lock on the door, and you watch Viper opens it. His shirt's gone. He's just wearing pants, and you see a smattering of equipment behind him on a table that he seems to be going through. What do you need?
Just to make sure that you and especially Lexi are doing better now.
Nobody's doing better. Everybody almost
I'd like
died.
I'd like to take a look at her if you don't mind, just see
And
if I can figure
she's-
anything out about her
she's
condition.
Beyond anything you can do. If I can't, you can't. Trust me. Let her rest. It's been 2 hours.
Well, you both have a good night then.
You as well.
Butler, take me back to my room.
And he closes the Viper closes the door. You hear the lock click, and the butler shuffles you off back to your room. Anything else, or are we doing a long rest?
I'm going to take a long rest.
Okay, we're all doing a long
It
rest.
is long rest time.
8
Long
hours
rest time.
passes, so you're about not. We're gonna say you're eating everything. I'll say you're 9 hours. Yeah, you're 9 hours into your 24 hours, Alabaster. But you all awake at whatever various times, but somewhere within that space, the day is yours, so to speak.
He's immediately going to summon a butler and tell them to get a spread going for breakfast.
Yes, sir. Anything in particular?
Yes. Everything that comes in a full English breakfast.
Oh God, I don't know that, but okay. Full English breakfast.
I want the
You
full.
have good taste, Thor.
Mm. It's a list.
Okay, I see exactly what it is.
Yep.
Okay, all right. Okay, Team Peregrine, what are you guys up to? Are you heading out Alabaster and going to like a dining
Yes.
hall, or?
I said I told Viper to meet us at the
Entry.
entry hall. I know that Ting would have been listening in, so he would know. So I guess I'm gonna make my way to entrance hall and try to keep an eye out for Peregrine.
Okay.
I am going to the dining hall for breakfast.
Okay.
The bird is still just in fine clothes with his actual belongings still in the room, is going to walk out from his room to the main hall as directed.
Must be a odd sight to see a normally clothed Kinku.
How far away physically is the main hall from the room?
Like the beginning of the threshold for the entryway, probably 50 feet. To the other side, back through the door you came through, probably another 50 feet, probably 100. It's a rather big entryway.
As the bird is walking through the hallway, he will feel something that gets affixed to him in 2 spots.
Okay.
And he looks down. And the little trinkets are affixed to his clothes. Bird thinks about it for a moment while just continuing to walk down the hall.
Never without his baubles.
A moment later, I would say, Peregrine, you probably pass everybody going to the dining hall. It's just off shooting from the entryway. Well, is there a dining hall, Alabaster? I said it, but I thought that's what I didn't. I kind of made that into existence. I assume there is for a dormitory.
Yes. So it would have been, so the entrance hall had the offshoots to the rooms with the steps.
Right.
And then there was a door under the steps.
Right. Okay, that makes sense.
And so like back that way is where we split off into just a little more divergence, and
Okay.
one of the rooms being the dining hall.
Okay. The butler is leading Peregrine there. However, you would pass and see Viper and Lexi sitting on a bench, just sort of hands in their head, like thinking.
He would.
But anybody who
Alright.
goes through the entry hall is gonna see this. All of you
Yeah.
watch Peregrine walk through the entry hall to the dining hall.
Well, I mean, I guess that's the way to go. You guys, how'd you guys sleep?
Fantastic.
You went off to the dining hall. You're gone.
Whoops.
Ting, are you?
The bird's gonna pull out a sending stone. And,
Self the ghost.
great.
It was a. I mean, you guys all did sleeping at a long rest, but it was a pretty compared to Barovian beds. It's pretty damn good.
It is better than what we've had.
Yep.
Way better. You two doing okay? Talking to Lexi and Viper.
There's a look up from Viper. Lexi is just nervously tapping her foot, and you see her like chewing on her nails, and she doesn't look up. But Viper looks up. For now.
Well, I have them put a spread on, go eat breakfast, and then devise a plan. Because I think we just need to keep going up.
Okay. Just give us a moment.
Yeah.
And there's a little bit of conversation back and forth, but you see kind of like a parent comforting a child who's like fell on their knee or something. He gets down like low and in front of her face is like, you need to eat. And she sort of like looks up, and there's this like recognition back and forth, and she very slowly gets to her feet. You watch her kind of stumble a little bit, and he's holding her arm, walking her towards the dining hall. Ting, where are you going? You following everybody?
Yeah.
Okay. As you guys walk in, Peregrine, you're already in here, so you'd be the first to see it. There is a like end-to-end table, plenty of room, but there are chairs specifically set out that look pulled and ready, and like napkins and candles and glasses already made, and like plates set for the right amount of people, though it looks like this table could have many, many, many more. There is a just smattering plates and plates and plates in different places. Bacon, sausage, eggs, tomatoes, mushrooms, bread, coffee, milk, and gray tea.
Yeah, just basic tea.
You know,
No pomegranate.
it smells great. The food looks very, very fresh and very well made. And there's a place for each of you, and food within reach.
Alabaster's gonna grab some fruit. He's gonna sit down and yeah, just to not waste any time, he is going to cast comprehend languages to himself, just to make this easier and not have to use descending stone, Ting.
Oh, you're doing.
Yeah.
That's cool.
What do you remember of the last time you guys met Mordenkainen?
This is through just Thieves Can't all of a
Thieves
sudden.
Can't.
Yes.
Yep.
The bird's taken aback just a little bit.
The whole
This is
time
unnatural.
he could understand every bit of shit talking you did about him. The whole time it was the trump card.
About Mordenkainen. Well, you know, I had that shiny staff still at that time. It was actually like the only time I used it. He trapped me and the somewhat disgruntled and deranged rabbit in a cage. He was rambling about something. I don't, but he was just rambling on and on about something. He didn't want to be near us. He was absolutely crazy. Like, I've heard bits and whatnot about the legendary wizards and all this, and slight stuff about Mordenkainen. He didn't fit the picture. Apparently it's him, but he didn't fit the picture with...
I figure he's probably been here for a while. And
You know, yeah.
when
I'd imagine after a few years in Barovia, if one's still alive...
Alabaster, you can give me a history check with advantage since it's about a legendary wizard.
26.
26.
Ooh.
Though the tales of Mordenkainen are filled with exploits of grandeur and slaying of beast and mythical creature, there is one constant that remains, and that is his safeguarding and constant steadfastness in the realm of magic and the weave itself. He is a champion of Mystra, both in ideology and soul. And because of such, he is a critical presence in many, many, many colleges and places of weave that begin to push boundaries. The last reported sighting, the last confirmed sighting or meeting or established presence of Mordenkainen was well over 2 centuries ago.
If he's been here for as long as I'm thinking, Ting, he's been here for about 200 years.
You know, that would
And
drive someone insane.
between that and being the most powerful man in the room in a realm where the guy who thinks he's the most powerful man in the room gets really angry every time, power is had, he probably was in the hands of him. So I imagine he got chewed up and spit back out. Viper, do you have any idea how we're going to...
There's this like stunned look up, and he's like, huh? Like he wasn't listening at all to anything. He just seems to be solely looking at Lexi barely touching her plate.
I think it's best we go find Mordenkainen at the top of this mountain.
Right.
The bird at that point is going to think for a moment and just go back to normal, go back to eating, remembering that it's elsewhere, right? It can wait.
So, Peregrine, how strong are you in the hippogriff? It was a hippogriff, right?
Yes.
How
I'd s-
how many people do you think you could carry on your back?
probably, I'd say 2 or 3 realistically. Like, what, about, no, maybe even 3 or 4, honestly, depending on how much they're wearing, how much equipment.
I mean, if anything else, we could find other ways to get up there. But
We could.
up is definitely, or at least if you can take some people, I have a way I can get 2 of us up there.
The bird's gonna sign. We do know roughly where we are from the last time we saw him.
Well,
I
you all would remember that there was a winery that had been mentioned called the Wizards of the Wines. That was somewhere in the Mount Baratok range, and that had been the rumored nesting point, if you will, for Mordenkainen's
The-
appearances.
incident where we spotted him, it was at some sort of like watchtower outpost type deal.
Yeah, that's correct. It was. You never saw a winery when you went for the vault.
I have to wonder if the winery would be somewhat close by from that point, because that's where we saw him, and then he kind of scurried back off.
Most likely. So
If
If
that's
We
the
have a-
case, you would know that you are several miles to the east of it.
Yeah.
It's not up that you need to go, it's west. If that is where where the winery is.
solves where we're heading. We can't take anything from here. Like, none of this technically exists outside of this room. Do you all have warm stuff to wear?
Besides what I'm wearing, well,
I
You're
have
gonna
my
be a
clothes,
yes.
but
You're going to be a hippogriff.
I'm
for part of
modestly
it.
acclimated to these kind of environments. It wasn't so bad last time. I mean, nighttime definitely was. But
There is
Viper.
there is a loud bang on the table as Lexi's head hits the table, and she collapses onto the table and begins to slip off of it before Viper grabs her, and she comes to her saying, "Get off me! You're all talking about going and finding a wizard or someone. We need to leave. We need to leave Barovia. Do any of you have any clue what is going on? You're all just..." And Viper's almost like pulling her back down in the chair and like trying to stop her from talking. And there's like this look of like tears beginning to well up in her eyes.
the bird's gonna pull out a sending stone at this point
Sure.
and see if it kind of makes connection with Viper.
Yeah.
You said something about the captain being dead? What did you mean by that?
Come on, Ting. It's not funny to ask jokes like that.
No, seriously.
The STC's pulling out. The captain is dead. He gave his life for someone, whoever the other woman was.
And the queen is
didn't-
back in charge.
You didn't get the message.
No, we didn't get to witness it either.
It's... I guess you went around, but it's standard issue now in all members. And he pulls a little... You watch him reach back behind his neck, and he almost... I don't have a better example. This is all on everybody's mind. Like the cyberware shard slot on Cyberpunk. He pulls a little thing out, and he slides it across the table to you. And it's just this little rough piece of metal.
Birds just picks it up and
As soon as you
looks at
pick
it?
it up, there is a wave of telekinetic energy, or telepathic energy, that comes over you, and a voice, one that you had heard, the Arbiter's voice, that had hailed the SDC's arrival, cuts through, and there is a message that follows. First, there is a prolonged bit of static, almost like you're hearing it through translation or channels or through a hole in a wall. It's like it's rough to hear. But the voice cuts through. The Warden of the Plains has fallen to the dark. SDC are ordered to retreat to the armillary, pending further action. The Queen has been restored to her rightful throne. Heed our orders. And it falls out of here. It just, the wave seems to leave you. Everyone got it. Can only mean two things. Jaeger's dead, and his wife is back in charge. And none of us are safe. I'm assuming that's who he saved. Explains even more why Lexi was captive. He didn't need any of us to do this. If he wanted to open up portals, if he wanted to pull in other worlds, who better to target than the Warden of the Plains?
So what I hear is
It was a trap.
he trapped us here.
Well, not for us. The Circle. It was a trick. I don't fully understand the magic, but I understand that he essentially meant to bring the world to him, since he could not leave Barovia. And no one has seen more of worlds than Jaeger. The fact that there are floating islands outside, and the SDC is leaving, and that gauntlet, that bracelet activated, it all but confirms it. So, you can understand why Lexi's less than excited.
Yes. I assume it's not going to be fruitful to try and look for an escape from this place then.
Leaving should be easier than it ever was now.
Oh?
He's torn open the barrier of the plains. They will continue to erode, and more of the world will get dragged in until it's all under his scope. The question...
So what I'm hearing is it's easier than ever to escape, but
how long will you
at
be
the
outside?
same time, it's easier than ever for him to escape.
He's not escaping anymore. It's ownership.
The realm. Yeah.
It's...
Well,
It's less of
More
a
so,
question of escape.
the rest of the world's to escape from.
It's
no
less,
longer.
It's less of an escape and more of how long you can stay out of the shadow.
Well, it doesn't sound like we have much of a choice then. If we were to try and run,
The SDC
it
does.
would be pointless.
They could get out of here. Truly out of here.
To where?
Worlds unknown, places unknown. The power of the Scarlet Dragon is legendary. Jaeger.
There's just one problem with that. Everyone else who's stuck here. So, if you want to get Lexi out of here, I guess go right ahead. But come time for this spell to end, I'm at least going up.
I couldn't if I tried. Her mother blames me for Jaeger's obsession. And I can tell you she won't want to leave till she kills Strahd herself. So we're stuck here, but for different reasons.
Do we even have a means of contacting someone to let them know we're
The
here?
SDC are not our friends anymore. You need to understand that, Ting. If you consider me a friend, they're not your friends. If you don't, well, then you're just another sellsword to them.
They're
I
not
see.
going to come for us.
They will come for her. She carries her mother's blood.
So what do we do?
Well, the bracelet was a failsafe. They tried to just kill her. It'll happen.
Oh.
It'll happen again. A bit of a last ditch Jaeger had installed on all of his family members. Better to be
Sort
dead
of
than captured,
Cleaning up loose ends.
in a sense.
But, okay. As I've understood, that seems like such a bad idea around here. In the first place.
What?
Wouldn't... If that thing was meant to just kill her, wouldn't her soul be...
Correct. Trapped forever. Listen,
Then...
the queen is going to scorch this land. When she figures out what Jaeger did and where her daughter is, no one will be safe.
The Queen, as in MB, Monique Bonds.
His wife.
Yeah. The wife that I believe I helped find part of for him.
And I'm sure that's what he pulled. That's what he released at the last second.
That was my contract, wasn't it?
Always was. Everybody's contract. It's his whole reason for everything. But when she finds out
So,
and figures out what happened and who was responsible, she will scorch this land looking for her daughter. And then she will burn Faerun to the ground. Because unlike me and you, they're not from here. Jaeger, his wife, Lexi, they're not from Faerun. And she has little care for it. So until level our heads prevail and we can Do something, find something. We need to avoid the SDC.
But will the SDC avoid us?
Most certainly not.
That is what I fear. They tend to get the way.
But they are scared of Strahd. They lost to him many, many years ago. We lost to him. And he's been the only adversary Jaeger was never able to defeat openly.
Man, is it going to be awkward if we ever find Garrick and the rest of our party again.
They don't have nearly as many problems as we do. Not nearly. Listen, you've all been dragged into something you're way unprepared for. I understand wanting to fight for your realm, for your home, for your survival. But I honestly think you all should go home. Spend what time you can with your family. Protect them.
And if that's not an option?
What have you wanted to do before you died? This only ends one of two ways. Monique scours this land, finds Lexi, and uses the Scarlet to remake your realm.
The only thing I've wanted is to be rid of the Dragon Tooth.
Or, as much as it is clever, option 2, Strahd wins and slowly consumes every realm, every demi-plane, and every city into an endless abyss of darkness for his own consumption. Until...
So two warring powers, both diametrically opposed and yet on the same goal.
Everyone thought Jaeger was a brute. He was unfair and bloodthirsty. He was a shield for his wife. That woman used to be so kind and so full of life, but after they lost their son in this fight, she's never been the same.
What about the one person that's in this land that sort of looks like Jaeger?
You fell for a trick. It was a friend, a enemy, a hard to discern individual named Oscar. He is deeply aware of who Jaeger is and is not at ends with him, but does not mean to aid him. He's a difficult individual, but he has his uses. I've been thinking.
Well,
and there's a third option, but it's insane. It's more than insane. It's near impossible. Before he died, or is presumed dead, I guess nobody has confirmed this, Jaeger went through a great deal of trouble to capture, enslave, and enforce his rule in the first layer of hell. I can't think of any other place he would end up if he is dead. There's no way we could save him, much less bring him back. He's got more clause in him than contracts could be signed. But Mordenkainen, and maybe your friends, could be enough to temper the steel. And at this point, Lexi looks up after hearing her dad could be alive. And there's almost like puppy dog eyes looking. It's a maybe. It's been less than 24 hours.
You know, of all things,
Listen, like him, hate him, love him, want to get out of the Scarlet, whatever you want to do, if the Warden of the Plains is filled by Strahd, anything you think you have experienced in pain will be tenfold.
comparatively speaking, a trip to hell doesn't sound that bad.
Well, that's optimistic.
Just saying.
But I don't think we'd have to go to hell. We just need to pull him out of it. It's infernal rites and runes and a lot of chanting and fucking voodoo that I don't understand, and I'm pretty good. But you gotta, your friend, the satyr, he's touched by shadow. His essence lies in the Shadowfell. You could have an understanding. And all of you, as was very obvious by that last display, have been in contact with the Raven. Or one of you has, and the rest of you are experiencing it. Enough people get in one room with enough power, anything is possible. But we'd have to make that decision. This is, of course, assuming all of this is true. He somehow is dead. And this isn't some trick or plot or plan that I wouldn't even understand what the benefit would be.
Sometimes you just have to have a little faith.
Well, it's not the most unlikely, considering the SDC ships were leaving as Kresk became a giant crater.
Listen, I could believe that it's all a trick and that something failed and something went wrong and this is just a scare tactic. But that bracelet activating, that is the final failsafe. If that would have went off, we'd all be dead. It seems too far even for him. But I don't know. He's done insane things to get his wife back. Putting his own daughter at risk, putting all of you at risk. Maybe. I don't know.
Perhaps we should seek out a crazed wizard then.
Listen, I'm strong when I want to be, but Mordenkainen is the stuff of legends. We bring anything less than our A game, we all die. We all go to early graves. This is not a joke.
Well, what's the other option?
We don't fuck with him.
And we get to watch the world burn one way or
it's
another
not
and
like
still die.
he's the only person in Barovia. We could seek out your friends. We could leave and try to, I don't know, contact a temple. I don't know. It's been fucking 10 hours. But I'm just saying, you two especially, I know he's learned. He is the stuff of legends. He's what stories of stories are written about. He's fundamental. The thing you're standing in now was created by him. The very spell, its existence. He is a master of the arcane. We fuck up, we don't convince him, because I'm assuming we're not trying to kill him, right? We're trying to, bring him to his senses, knock him out, something like that?
Yeah.
We fuck up one step, you're gone. That's it. I just want you to understand that.
In every instance you spoke of, it ends with us being gone.
And to be honest,
A little slower than some, but sure.
I feel like we're already just living on borrowed time. We should have already been dead in the crater of Kresk.
I don't understand how any of you are alive. I truly don't.
And we're just going to need to push that luck just a little bit further.
I feel dire circumstances require extreme measures,
So
however
what,
hopeless they may seem.
so what can we do? A 200-year-old crazed wizard. Do any of you have any means of magical potions, restorations of anything? I don't. I'm good at finding, killing, and tracking. I'm not good at fixing. And at this point, Lexi leans up her head, and she, like, when somebody wants to almost argue at a dinner table and they put their hands up and stand up at the same time, she stands up and pushes and shoves the chair back, and you watch her arm reach out, and there's a smooth streak of green smoke that then just flashes like a light, and you watch a solid metal guitar apparate on her backpack, or on her back, and she pulls it forward, and there's this, she strums each one, and it starts off extremely eerie, like a super out of tune guitar, and she just twists the head in a few different directions, and it becomes quickly in tune. I can fix him if you can find him. Anything for Dad. And Viper just sort of shakes his head and is like, this is the worst idea. But there's not any better ones.
No, the worst idea is giving up your life right after graduation and ending up in Barovia.
Sounds specific.
This is only the second worst idea.
So, yeah. And you know, I like my seconds. Well, when do you think we should leave?
Sooner. The longer the SDC has to get on their feet. If this is... Do any of you have any magical means of communication? Can you... I'm... embarrassingly don't have the best ones. I do, but there are better ones. I can send messages over long distance, but I know...
Unfortunately, the sending stone's with you, so Garrett doesn't have it.
Not to them.
Oh.
Can anybody...
To whom?
I could send a message to Jaeger. I could. But...
I mean, yeah, who else are you trying to reach?
It's not... No. I'm trying... Does anybody have... I don't have it particularly, but the ability to scry, for instance. To see without being seen, just to gather information without putting ourselves out there. That's what I'm worried about. Because they could think that we're dead for all we know. We've been inside this place, which is relatively safe from divination. But we step out there, people start looking, we don't have information, it's our bloodline. So nobody does. Druid, you can't. Paragon, are you here?
You're looking for divination?
Just the ability to gather information from afar, scrying. There are other druidic magics I've heard of, or clerical magics that give answers, sometimes vague, sometimes odd, but answers.
Well,
Anything we can use to gather information without putting ourselves out there. They could very well think that we're dead. The moment I send a message, that goes out the window.
If you're talking vague, I could receive an omen. It's
Okay.
about
Seems a little... I know I said vague. That seems too vague.
Well, provided I am given time to properly prepare a spell, I do have some incense I could properly divine.
Okay. It's an option. We don't have to do it. I just wanted to ask.
It would be, well, quite a long time, if I'm not mistaken, to prepare it.
And at this point, all of you would have seen this, but I'm just now narrating it. Lexi has walked to the other side of the table, and you watch her, instead of pulling out, she puts the guitar back, and you watch her pull out a small little pouch, and then inside is a thin roll of semi-transparent black paper. It almost looks like film. And she stretches it in her hands, and then pushes her hands forward, and it expands as it leaves her hand. And she, right, and I'm gonna roll. Natural 2. As it expands, Viper looks up and it goes, "Oh, yeah, of course. Scry screen. Why didn't I think of that?" And Lexi, you watch the film almost folds. It's like looking at a chessboard, but the dimensions get more rough and rigid as it moves away from you. But immediately all you see is clouds. Like a moving painting, you just see clouds. And then you watch Lexi grab and almost pull, like she's pulling on the spine of a book, or she's pulling a page, and the clouds move and shift. And then she pulls her hands like a motion of ripping something, and it dives a layer deeper, and you see the changed and shattered landscape of Barovia. You see cuts moving up and down the land. You see streaks of red light floating masses of land with structures. It is familiar yet alien, and she pulls again towards Kresk, and there's a dive deeper, and then pulls again, and the perspective shifts, and you're looking at the remnants of what used to be a fleet, but the biggest ship, Jaeger's ship, still sitting there, and it's almost like a snake finding its way through tunnels, through caverns. It navigates through until eventually you're on the deck of the ship, and you're moving floor to floor, room to room. It's going, it's finding, and it makes its way to the captain's quarter, this large overlooking glass window with a balcony, and this huge room with maps and tables and all manner of enchanted scrolls and just in ornate decorations. And you see two figures. There is a... I don't have a... There is a rather tall but feminine figure with a Valkyrie-style helmet and a sword where an arm would be. There is just a sword coming straight out at her elbow. And she has otherwise very simple clothing, though you see bits of bloodstain and tear on it, and there is a glowing bit of just effervescent, like red fire tracing up her arm and just moving back and forth. And then to the right of her, you see, I need to get out a character description. Uh-oh. Because I already have this built. Un momento. So you see a pale, not pale skinned, but almost pale skinned woman in leather and cloth and tied and stitched together, almost sailors' affixments. Like you see bags and hooks and places where mast lines would tie onto, and where you would secure loads and different things to carry and operate. It's a very functional garb, but there is a elegance and a beauty to it. Like at certain angles, it almost looks more like a dress. There are, it would catch your eye very quickly, Peregrine. There are patterns and patterns just encircling, almost like layer upon layer. It gets more complex. There are different phases of the moon and different star patterns and planet charts that seem to glow and move up either side of her arms. And there is a flowing blonde and silver hair, goes about down to the waist, with a blue sapphire ring affixed to her left hand, and two scimitars either side, and a small staff to the right of her that just seems to be leaned up. And they are both standing over a large bed. And you can see there are a number of almost all of the fixings have been pulled off, and it is just a empty bed with pillows. And you see clothes off, wrapped in layers and layers and layers of bandaging. There is a missing most of his facial hair, all of his hair gone, burn marks covering most of his body, and one of his eyes seems to be almost permanently closed, and his chest painfully rising up and down, what looks to be the visage of Jaeger. And the two women seem to be having a conversation back and forth. And there's this like look of dumbfoundedness and relief and betrayal and anger, and it's all boiling to a point, and she snaps it, the film closed, and just drops it on the floor. And there's a turn. Why would he lie? What's the point? What are we doing all this for? All of this, this years of fighting, and she's back, and we're still scheming. And Viper is like hands thrown up, just very, very stunned by the revelation of events. You three. And Lexi has turned her attention towards Alabaster Peregrine and Ting. Whatever we need to do to go find this wizard and fix him or kill him, whatever. I need to get back home, and we need to fix this. It seems like Viper trusts you.
Well, it seems like our best and worst shot at the same time, so let's do what we can and get you back home.
If only you knew what that meant. To go back home. I'm ready. Are we all?
Bird's gonna sign. Let me go get my belongings. And the bird's gonna head off to the room.
Okay.
Well. Okay.
So, anybody else? I know Slash just said he's going to do something. So, Alabaster, are you doing anything else, or are we heading for the exit?
Packing my things and waiting at the door.
Okay. Viper and Lexi. Lexi appearing to have a little bit more of a swagger back in her step, a little bit more confidence, a little bit more energy. Meets you guys at the door, and Viper opens it and then extends an arm, and she grabs him and pushes him through first, and Viper stumbles through, and they disappear beyond the threshold.
It's gonna be miss this place.
I would assume, Ting, you are gathering your stuff and then heading for the exit.
Yeah, gathering stuff, getting back in full gear. And
Okay. Takes a moment, waiting for Ting, Alabaster, but I would also assume Paragon's going to do the same thing. And you all are now sitting at the entranceway, or the exit.
Alabaster looks around. He's like, yeah. Hopefully I get to see this again. Heads through the door.
Okay. As you head through the door, all of you following in tow, it closes behind you and then disappears into etherealness. You would know that it's still there for the duration of the time, but the entrance just disappears naturally. So you've got another 14 hours of it, I'll say. Right.
Hey guys, if we speed run through this, we can sleep in the nice beds again.
Something tells me it's going to take more than a day.
Yeah.
But
Well,
are we?
At this point in time, the bird's gonna pull out his journal and walk up to Viper
Okay.
and point out roughly where the bird thinks he is relative to the last sighting of Mordenkainen.
Right. I mean, I could fly over there and go check. It looks like it's a number of miles off. Is there anything we're looking for in particular?
Some sort of distillery of sorts, Waving Wizard's Winery?
Okay.
This-
All right.
Apparently there's something up in the mountains of that sort.
Listen, you four, Lexi, stay with them. Check this mountain range. I'll fly over, check another one. I can talk to you. And just keep your eyes up, keep your heads down. And just be on the lookout. Even though he's still alive, Monique is pulling some strings I don't truly understand. And while I don't think we're in necessarily any danger directly from them, if they can't find their daughter, they will burn this place to the ground looking for her. So don't get caught in anything you can't get out of.
try not to. This is the point where Alabaster would acknowledge Paragon and ask about shape-shifting, but I believe my druid is mute.
Yeah,
Did-
not here. He
Stepping
did...
out, did anything about the
Hello,
relative
I'm
terrain?
back.
Oh.
Go ahead, Ting.
Did anything about the relative terrain change from that alleged avalanche?
Give me a perception check. I'll say before you even give me your result, it felt like it could be one, though it appears to have just moved a lot of snow. It wasn't a full-on avalanche. It was far enough down the mountain that it didn't seem to do too much. There are now new banks of snow, but it hasn't cleared the mountain of its snow entirely. But what did you get for your perception? Hello? Oh, JR at 17, okay.
Base 20.
Oh, base...
Yeah.
Oh, because you can't roll less than a 10. So, yeah, dirty 20. Man, you just have a constant dirty 20 to perception? That's pretty cool.
Yeah.
Fucking rogues, man. While the avalanche hasn't occurred, there are... There are a number of floating land masses that are littering the sky in various places. One of them... One of them is oddly familiar. It just looks like somewhere you've been before. Maybe all of you have been.
How distant is this landmass?
15 miles? 20 miles? It just... There's something about the shape of it. The buildings on it. It's hard to tell. There's something familiar about it.
It's not going to be a huge benefit, but the bird is going to pull out the spyglass again and try to take a look.
Sure. Give me another perception check with advantage. I mean, you can't get less than fucking... I don't know why I'm asking. You can't get... Oh, my God. Shit. 28. Okay.
That's why you ask.
Yeah, I was like, you can't get less than a fucking 20. I'm not going to set a DC higher than 25. You're going to roll more than that. But yeah. The building, the discoloration is the first thing that gets to you. It looks muted and in like gray tones. There's no color to it. Like, you see the dirt, you see the brown and the stems and the roots and the things that, not in great detail, but the things that make up the color of the landmass itself floating. But then as it moves above, it's like muted tones of gray and white and black and silver. It's just very odd. But the building is just, it's a perfect replica, or the building itself, it is the Grand Council from the Guile Grove. The building where all of the wardens met and the place Strahd first struck. But in a muted tone.
Bird's just gonna kind of point this out to Alabaster. That you know, the colors are different. I'm pretty sure that's the council building.
Oh?
You know, where all these latest events you started going down.
Yeah. But
It's here.
oh.
I wonder what else has been pulled in.
It's like I told you, he's bringing the world to him.
Oh. Well, I guess it's time we take off then.
Yep, and it's definitely true that we should not make ourselves as known to the best we can.
Viper gives a nod, and you see him in the traditional sense of how he casts fly. There's just a quick flash up his arm, and a little bit of a material folds out of his arm and seems to almost alight or ignite, and then the little spouts of flame from behind his feet, not actually under them, seem to spew, and he takes off in a direction. And now your druid's here.
Well, Peregrine, I think it's time we take to the skies.
Is it? Well, I suppose we can. And in that case, I will use Wild Shape to transform into a hippogriff.
Okay. I mean,
Caw, caw. Everybody ready?
Alabaster
I had a feather in my throat.
Alabaster is a wizard fighter, so he definitely doesn't weigh a ton. Ting is a Kinku. He's small. And Lexi's Lexi. I'll say you can fly at half speed with no problem. If you would like to try to fly at normal speed, it's going to be a strength check. If you fail, there will be consequences. It is your
Okay,
choice.
okay. So that'd be 30 feet then I can fly.
Every 6 seconds.
Yeah. So
Okay, I mean, that sounds fine to me.
You just
The
be a little bit
math-
slower.
yeah, math sounds pretty fair.
Okay, so where are we
So-
going? Because Viper
The
took off
birds.
towards the farthest distance that you had given him, Ting, because it's quite far off, and he's going to move
Yeah.
faster than you. So he took off towards that mountain. Where are you guys
The bird's gonna peer down at his map of where he pointed to of the original encounter,
going?
kind of eyeball it up along the range, and kind of see is somewhat similar elevation, further up, further down.
How high does Peregrine, where are you taking this from? Because you need to get up quite a bit. So how high up do you wait to get? How high up does Peregrine take you? Like till you
How high
can
can
till you can
Peregrine
look.
go?
I mean, the atmosphere.
No.
I'm just saying, you're trying to clear the mountain you're on so that you can see the full range. Is that the goal?
Just get an approximation of where the other point would probably be compared to where we are.
Okay, sure. Give me survival. Since you're using a map, you can do it at advantage. Damn, on Fuego. 18. You get a bearing. It's rough, but you do get a bearing. You have a line you could fly that would take you towards it, but you know that's where you sent Viper. As far as elevation, it's close. At most a couple hundred feet in difference, which is not much on a mountain.
If you could
Your
relay
mountain
this
is
to
taller.
Peregrine, there's a decent chance we'll probably want to go a bit up the mountain at least, but probably not too far. Based on where we are relative to where Viper's going, the elevation's fairly similar. If we had to assume, that winery's probably not too far from where the original watchtower is. if the crazed man is just hanging around out there. Although, you know, if he's out here, that means he could certainly travel still. So, you know, but presumably, you know, he wouldn't be too far out in elevation. He's probably not out on the peaks of any of these mountains. So probably worth searching a bit up the mountain, and then kind of sweeping across the range as much as we can.
Sounds pretty feasible. Perhaps one might even say.
So are you guys going east, west, north, south? I mean, south's pointless. Are you going where? What are we doing? Give me a direction here so that I make sure we're in the right term here. If you want to head towards where you originally saw him, you would head west. If you want to head closer to Castle Ravenloft, you would head east. North is deeper into the range itself. South is completely out of the mountains.
Probably slightly north, but mostly east. Kind of hugging along the range.
Okay, so
Slowly
opposite
meandering along.
the direction you sent Viper. Just making sure here, because east is towards Castle Ravenloft, west is towards where you originally saw him.
Yeah, he's probably not out on the end of the range. Probably toward west, then
Towards west. Okay.
north, mostly west, just to get a bit up the mountain range and then kind of hug it along.
Okay. Okay. I guess anybody who's looking while you guys are traversing, Peregrine, you do it at disadvantage since you're already over, you're working.
Yeah.
But anybody can do a perception check.
Bird's gonna use the spyglass.
Okay. You can do it at advantage.
Yep.
I am rolling at disadvantage, correct?
Yes. Because you are
For a perception.
Yeah. If you'd like
Nat
to
20.
Oh, well, never mind. I was
19?
gonna say you can Alabaster. That's
Oh my god.
That's not good for you, bud. Let me see what Lexi would get. Nat 20. Lexi also
We
got
are
a
perceptive.
Lexi also got a nat 20.
Everybody is so perceptive except for Alabaster.
But yeah, Lexi's skill is not. I mean, it's good, but she's not getting a 30 total. That's pretty fucking crazy. You're unsure as to, like, maybe he missed it or maybe he flew a different direction, but you get about an hour away from maybe almost 2 hours away from the mansion, and you see in between where you're quite sure you had originally saw him, the range with the vault, and where you are, you see an outcropping that sticks out of the mountain, and almost like the land folds over and rolls like hills down south to where it gets warmer. You see layers and layers and layers of vineyards, and then a large stone structure that almost looks like a chapel, but think more like a stone log cabin that just sits there, and you can faintly see the glow of fires through the windows. Viper should have gotten here before, or should have passed this before you. You haven't heard from him.
That's definitely it down there. I'm gonna use Sending Stone and contact Viper if he hasn't already seen it.
Okay.
Bird's gonna pull out the Sending Stone.
Yeah.
Try to make contact.
Yep.
Hey, Viper.
Yeah. I'm almost to the range.
You don't need to do that. I think we found it.
What? Where?
Yeah. You said this was like a couple hours away
Yeah.
on foot.
Yeah, on foot.
A bit, sort of. It's almost there. It's most of the way there, but no, I definitely see the vineyards, the building.
How did I miss it? So it's the same direction?
Yeah, going toward your way.
Fuck. He rolled a 4. So, he was not doing well. Alright, I'm doubling back. Is it like halfway, quarter of the way? It
Bird kind of peers back.
looks like it's
Like
2/3 away.
two-thirds?
Yeah.
About 2/3 away from the camp toward your location at the end. You might be able to even see us in the air.
Right. And you feel the connection sort of end, but do you guys just sit there and hover? Which, by the way, how long does Wild Shape last? Wait a minute. Paragon.
AFK.
Paragon. Let
Hmm.
me see something here.
How long does Wild Shape last?
Let's find out. View. Spells. Or is it a feature? It's a feature. Wild Shape.
Number of hours equal to half your druid level rounded down.
Number of hours equal to half your druid level rounded down. So
4.
Okay, he's good. You're good. Okay. 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 I guess since he's not here, what are you guys gonna want to try to do? Just hover and wait for Viper, or are you gonna land?
How long has it been?
How long do you wait? Is the better question. If you're gonna wait, I mean, since you've told him, like 30 seconds.
No, since taking...
Oh, taking off? Like 2
Taking
hours.
flight, yeah.
Like 2 hours.
He's been flying around for a couple hours. If we have a place to land, if it looks like we have
Yeah.
a safe place to land, we should probably land.
Okay.
Yeah, it's probably best. We'll probably be able to sight Viper flying over if he's going too far.
Okay. Alright.
So,
You guys find a place to land. How far out? Do y'all go for the vineyard, or do y'all go for the building?
Probably toward the edge of the compound, or just a bit out, so that we're not immediately making ourselves known.
Okay.
yeah.
The
Like,
entire point is that we're trying to at least, not be immediately detected and killed by a wizard.
Okay. So, are you doing this stealthily, you would say?
try to be as best
As
as
stealthily
a
as our
hippogriff
giant...
carrying 4 people.
Yeah, it's going to be hard, but give me a stealth check.
But at the very least, we're not gonna land directly next to the
No, I got you.
compound.
Hey, there's
we're
hope.
Gonna
Let's hope. Lexi rolled an 18
we're gonna
For,
sit a little bit away.
for a 24.
Rolling
Holy
stealth.
shit. Wait a minute. Alabaster roll 16. Wait a minute. Ooh. Damn, still has the best score with a fucking 22.
Yeah.
Even though he rolled a nat 1 and a 10. And I don't have Paragons because I don't know where he is, but that's fine. Landing a decent bit of the way away and everything else, I would say, yeah, you guys are fine. And a moment later, you see like a small silhouette in the sky above you, and then it stops, and then for a moment, and then you see it just sort of kind of dart towards you, and then as it comes in closer, you recognize Viper, and he lands next to y'all. I can't believe I missed this. I went right past it. Anyway, has anybody seen anyone or anything?
Nothing as of yet. And while there's a moment of calm, the bird's actually gonna take a moment and mark down in his little journal map the actual location, roughly on the range
Good
of
deal. Yeah.
Waving Wizard's Winery.
Okay.
A new place in Barovia, charted.
Yep.
close to the 100%.
Nowhere near. Especially now.
Barovia doesn't end.
Yeah, I just added like 17 DLCs. Fun fact.
We've bought the special edition of Barovia.
Fun fact.
Just added a few mods, guys.
Just guys, it's light modding and it's a little bit of homebrew. Nothing crazy. So anyway, the galactic plasma cannon attached to the floating steampunk ship is going to shoot a cosmic beam through the town of Waterdeep. Anyway. Okay. You guys are standing in the almost like I put y'all. Essentially, there's a really fancy house. You know, they have the driveway that's a giant circle, so you can just keep going and then turn around. This is like a carriageway. Same thing. There is a double posted stone, but then eventually it transitions to wood where you see a name. You're on the other side of the name, closer to the building, so you can't see it, but you assume it says Waving Wizards Wine. Um, and there's a large tree in the center that the carriageway is spun about, and there is, like I said, it's just like think like a longhouse, but practically built. So there's not a lot of like embellishment and filigree and like fine details. It's very sturdy and stoutly built stone with a very solid wood roof. It is nice. I mean, the marble is, or the stone is very cut, very clean. The doors, the windows, everything does look nice, but it's not overly done. The vineyard looks terrible, though. There are patches of green, like things that you can see that are kind of alive, but most of it looks dead and decayed. There are a mixture of ravens and crows and various creatures that seem to be moving around in the vineyard itself. But other than that, there doesn't appear to be much in the way of life here. You guys landed, by the way, Peregrine. You're standing outside the Wizard's Wine.
All right. I'm gonna stay a hippogriff for now.
Sure. So,
I have to
okay.
give myself my temporary hit points.
So, what's the plan? I mean, you said he was crazy, so are we gonna have to, like, put him unconscious first? Are we gonna try to talk to him? What's the plan?
Well, presumably so far he doesn't exactly know we're here, so we have that element.
Sure.
Lexi, you said you had an idea?
I can fix him, but I need to be close enough, and he can't be resisting it, or at least not resisting with force. If I come under attack, it's pointless.
Okay.
Well,
So subdue him, take him down, or talk to him.
What about transforming him?
There's kind of like a slow head turn from both Viper and Lexi in like pure intrigue. What?
What if I polymorph him? Can you fix him if he's polymorphed?
Polymorph the Great Archmage
I
Mordecai?
know that's a stretch, but
I have no idea. Truthfully, I have no. I've never tried to. Do that.
at the very least, I mean, I could trip him, send him on his face if I get a good arrow.
We're gonna
I
trip
could-
the wizard who created, I don't know, 3 different kinds of magic. We're gonna trip him. We're gonna trip
I mean,
him.
he
That's
has
what
lost
you
his
just
mind.
said. That's what you just said to me.
I
We're
mean-
gonna trip Mordenkainen. This is the plan that we came all this way for.
do you think he'd be more susceptible to something like hallucinatory terrain? Like, make it so he can't see any of us as we approach. Change the world around him.
I like that better than trip him, but still not the best.
Could always just go for old reliable and make him fall asleep.
Could you communicate to Peregrine for me that the last time we encountered him, he was definitely able to see people who were in different planes of existence even?
Ah, true seeing.
He has true sight.
Yeah.
I'm pretty sure visual distractions quite literally won't work against him.
That makes sense. Listen, trying to come at this guy with parlor tricks, with cheap magic, with anything less than our A game, it ain't gonna work. So we're either beating him into submission with force, or we're talking to him. Tricks, I don't see it going well. especially if he's
Well-
crazy.
What about Gias?
You have that?
Yes.
I mean, maybe, but if it goes wrong, we're in a fight anyway. Do we want to give up our element
If
of
talking
surprise?
goes wrong, we're in a fight.
Yes,
It's
that's what I
the
said.
the hierarchy goes like talk.
Well, if we start with
Gias
fighting,
or-
we have an advantage. We have him by surprise. I mean, we can. It's y'all's choice.
Fight Mordenkainen.
Listen, I'm pretty good at that. And so is Lexi. Oh yeah, I could definitely kick this old man's ass. No problem. It's what you
I-
want to do.
I slow turn my head to Alabaster.
I mean, I say we try to talk our way out of it, but let's be prepared to beat the ever living shit out of this old man. But sitting here talking about it ain't gonna get shit done.
The bird kind of just wants to just play around while contemplating over this, and kind of clutches at one of the trinkets
Mm-hmm.
and just kind of holds on to it and gets that sort of connection again.
Right.
And for everyone else, the bird doesn't see this, but to everyone else, there's a sort of like electric green, misty smoke kind of emanating from the bird's eyes. As the bird feels this sort of connection.
Are you okay there, Ting?
Yeah, Ting, are you doing okay? Bird?
And in that moment, the bird kind of realizes, with this connection, what this actually is.
Mm-hmm.
He's seen this before, just in different forms. It's been really uncommon, but during various missions, both before and during the STC, there's been the rare other rogue who's also had these sort of abilities. He's just never seen it for himself. It makes sense given the whole being able to get the willful extra necrotic damage out. But the bird's now wondering what else can be done. And with that, the bird clutches one of the glassy green feathers.
Mm-hmm.
And with that, casts a thought.
Okay.
Will attacking Mordenkainen out of the gate be a good idea? And with that, the bird casts augury and destroys one of the trinkets.
Okay.
It's a pretty good play there. I hope.
JR's starting to get some of the fun tools.
Wait, yeah, he's a rogue. I'm kind of surprised he has augury.
What was the question again?
Will attacking Mordenkainen out of the gate be a good idea?
That's really vague.
At least in the context of the bird, a good idea is not dying.
I'm gonna say augury doesn't
Whether-
know whether you're gonna die. It's trying to think, will your well-being be affected? About as far as it's gonna go. This is a second level spell.
Yeah.
As you clutch and the glassy raven feather shatters in your hand, that same electric green smoke seems to almost like spin around Ting and apparates in the air in front of him, and you watch a shape form of a rough silhouette, like party members, like your party, like the menagerie. And then as fast as it forms, you watch each figure begin to fall until it's just you three, I'm sorry. And then there's a slash, and the figures lose their heads. You would gather from that is a woe.
I think the proposition of talking to him may not be a bad idea.
All right. You ready to put on some of that charm, Rockstar? And you see at this point Lexi has like fixed her hair and like rolled up the tattoo, or like rolled up the sleeves so all of her tattoos are visible, and she's taking on more of like a talking to people persona. And there's just a strike of confidence, and you watch she clips 2 buttons loose, and they actually form like little lapel pins, and they light up, and they are a little skull and crossbones, and what looks to be a firework in mid-explosion. Yeah, it actually slightly changes color depending on how you look at it. And there's this like, just this warm feeling that sort of seems to pass over all of you. For the next hour, you will all have advantage on charisma checks. She's doing a variant of inspirational speech called inspiring. It's not inspiring leader, but that's what I've chose to call it. There is a feat called inspiring leader, but it's not that one. Right? Who's doing the talking? I mean, I can, but anyone else?
Real quick, I'm going to shift back out of being a hippogriff.
Right, okay. That's it. Okay.
I get, yeah, I mean, I guess I also, well, I just wanted to make it known. I don't want to be hippogriffed right now
Right.
if we're gonna
Okay.
fight him.
I got you. Well, they
Um,
just said let's talk, but yeah, okay. Everybody else is like, let's talk to him immediately as soon as y'all walk in. Fucking Peregrine just lets one loose.
No, we're talking, but I also think that it's a better idea to not just have a big old hippogriff there with the insane Grand Wizard.
Yeah, he might be scared of him.
I guess out of character question as well.
Mm-hmm.
If I were to use a transmutation spell to, I guess, alter my own appearance, like Guardian of Nature, can I also use Starry form, like my wild shape, to take on that form in addition to the transmutation spell?
God, learning druids, man. I've never ever fucked with druids. Every time you throw up a spell
Because
on me,
I don't
like,
see any
what is the
real
spell called?
conflict there. It's called Guardian of Nature.
What level?
4. I don't see any reason why I can't have both the starry form and the guardian of nature form.
I don't see a reason why not either.
Cool, thank you.
I don't see any concentration conflicts. So, yeah, go for it, bud. So, are you doing something with that or no?
Not at the moment, no.
Okay.
I just wanted to be clear for, the future,
Sure, sure.
the near future.
Okay. So, who's walking in first? There's a double door in front of you, or on the other side of the circular way. Anybody? If not, I'll have Viper or Lexi.
I'll knock.
Bird is not going to be the face of walking in.
I forget you guys. No, none of you are frontliners. Okay, Viper.
I'll do it.
Oh, okay.
Bird,
my-
once entering the vineyard, is also going to actually fully pull down his hood for once in like forever.
Okay. Like off, like visible, or up, like
Hood
pull
down.
Okay.
Yeah,
Okay. I
Hood
didn't know if you
down.
meant like hood down, like.
head
Cover.
actually visible for
Okay.
once.
Okay.
Not looking suspicious.
Cool.
Just bird.
Okay. Alabaster, you walk up to the door. Give me a perception check before you walk in.
Perception. 17.
Through the glass pane windows, you can faintly see the flicks of like fire and then shadows, like figures moving in and around and back and forth. Fairly often, quite a few times. And then as you get closer to the door, not coming from the door, but almost like effervescently filling all of the space around you, like simultaneously loud and present and quiet and subtle. It's in there, it's in front of you, you hear it, but it's like a whisper that you have to pay attention to hear. You just hear voices of laughter and singing and cheering and and Janita, and it's just like various like high spirited individuals like going, and it appears to be having fun and partying, and you want to immediately, your first reaction is, oh, it's coming from inside, but like you don't hear it. It's directionless. It's just there. That all being said, what do you do? Still walking?
Yeah.
Okay. You shit. You push open the doors. Viper's to one side of you, Lexi to the other, everyone else behind you, going in tow. And let me make sure I get this right. Yep. I'm sorry, I'm just reading something. Had to make sure I got the location right. I did. you push open, and from the outside, it was inauspicious. It was just a normal, what looked to be like almost a warehouse, a longhouse, functionally built to service as a winery, a distillery, a place to sample, gather, perhaps even sell. You know, all was possible on the outside because you hadn't seen. But as you walk in, immediately the spirits, the sounds, the cheers, the laughter, the fire, God, the fire, the warmth, the feeling of being surrounded by friends is omnipresent. It's it's, and more than that, the scene has changed entirely to one you are, I'm not going to say intimately, but possibly intimately familiar with, depending on your backstory and how much you got around Waterdeep. But you would know it just from its place in magic, its place in the tales of time and the stories that have come out of it. This room, this bar, this place is also familiar. You see a sprawling room with multiple levels and bars, patrons moving and dancing, drinks being served, food is fresh. There are all manner of tieflings and half elves and dwarves and orcs and all manner of people just going about. It is a lively party, and in the center of it sits a massive, massive well that seems to be infinite and bottomless. And you see a board swinging just slightly in the wind, and you see the yawning portal sitting up above it. And I think that is where we will leave tonight's session. I know it was short, but
not that short, but
We started it like before 6:30.
yeah,
yeah, 3.5 hours.
that is
Yeah,
well.
and now it's a half an hour later. It's 7 o'clock.
What?
It's
For
7
him.
o'clock for me.
Let me blow this guy up.
Okay.
Even JR was just like, oh, okay. Rolling his eyes.
Anyway,
Bless up.
great session, guys.
Bird up.
Yeah, bird, it really is bird up time. It's bird squad. I want all of you to come back. That's the tricky play on A group. All of you come back as different species of birds. And be like,
I got
this-
the hippogriff.
he's
and
like-
Axbeak covered.
He's like, he'd be like, this didn't happen to you guys? What the fuck? This happened to us. Like, just like really lean into it and keep it going for as many fucking, because Isaac knows, but the rest of them don't. Like, keep it going for as long as you can. That you've all turned into different species of birds. And
I just need to prep. I just need to prep polymorph so I
Yeah.
can polymorph myself into another Kenku.
Oh no.
Right? Right?
This didn't happen to you guys. We all got turned into this. What the fuck?
That's what Morgan
Except
kinda
none of
did
us can
to
talk, and we're all just repeating.
Oh yeah,
So just,
and all of you have to relearn.
We're all
your-
just repeating bird.
Yeah, all of you have to relearn all of your own languages, unlike Ting, who has a database. You have to hear all the
Who just
words
doesn't
again.
use it.
Yeah. I love the tower, Alabaster. I'm glad you got to visit it.
Ting, what is that made of?
Metal.
Rock.
Shrock.
Schrock.
Straw.
I don't know where
Strahd.
Bird will have heard.
No, this is
Strahd.
It's made of Wario.
Strahd.
Schmabula.
Stop. It was going so well. We were having so much fun.
It has to
One
be
day.
said once a session. He has a quota to hit. It's like he gets a bonus at the end of the campaign if he says it a certain amount of times.
No, that's how we stun Mordenkainen.
Thank you for session 34. I need to end the stream.